Butthole.
Yep.
Yeah, great.
There you
Um,
go.
today's session, I really don't know um, how it's gonna go. Like we may, I, it can. There's so many different directions that it can go, and so many of them involved such deep preparation on my part that I tried to jack of all trades it, and I also kind of master of none it. So whatever is gonna happen today, like I have no idea. I hope that it's a good session. I hope that it's fun. Thankfully, we do have some of the time is going to be spent with administrative shit, whereby the first thing we're going to do is describe our level up to everyone so that we're all aware of any important changes mechanically to our characters, so that battle can be more effective. And then once we're done with that, me and Peneus are gonna have a quick sidebar, and then we are gonna group back up and go over the rules of the dick rules,
Dick rolls.
together. And then that's when like adventure can continue after that. So that's the plan for today. Why don't we go through the level ups now and talk about what happened. And yeah, and Panay, during this time you can finalize whatever you had a decision to make about your level.
I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So why don't we start with ear talk, since you and I just did your level up. Go ahead and describe for the group what happened with ear talk from 3rd to 5th.
Cool. So for 4th level, your talk went with a feat um, called Fey Touched, and it boosts wisdom, charisma, or intelligence by 1. So naturally, being a cleric, I took a wisdom boost, um, which also bumped my modifier up to a +3. Still not that strong, but better.
Strong in heart.
Yeah. Um, and what the spell also, or the feat also does, is it gives you Misty Step, which is a 2nd level spell, and any enchantment or divination 1st level spell. Um, and you get to use each of those once without expending a spell slot. So I basically get like a free teleportation, and the other one I chose is actually a bard spell, which I thought Pineas had, but Paul told me he doesn't have, called Dissonant Whispers.
Nice.
Basically, you telepathically whisper to your bad guy, and they make a wisdom
Yep.
save, I think.
Yep.
And if they fail, they take some damage, and they're also afraid of you and have to spend their turn running from you.
It's their reaction. Running
They
from
have
you.
to spend their reaction.
Immediately. Yep. They immediately spend their reaction to move as far away from you as possible.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
And
Oh yeah, sorry.
so that was 4th level.
Yep.
5th level is a subclass feature, or actually just a regular class feature, I think. Um, all clerics get this Turn Undead, which I've had since the beginning as one of my 2 types of channel divinities. The other one you guys know is where I like hold out my holy symbol and can heal, like give out healing points. But the other one I've had, which I like haven't actually used yet, and is probably not going to be as common because my other one is so sick. Um, but it's Turn Undead. So if I present my holy symbol in like a big group of undead, um, they have to make a save, ensure a wisdom save, and if they fail, they are frightened of me. Um,
Hmm.
and this level that becomes stronger, where anything of a certain challenge rating, like a low level um, enemy of like a half challenge rating, just dies when I do that.
Tight. Good
Very tight.
picks.
Wow.
You
Awesome.
also. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Were you saying something, Ellie?
Oh, I just said awesome.
Oh, cool. Um,
Yeah.
Brendan, you also opened up third level spells for your cleric. Are there any really notable ones that are now in your arsenal that we didn't have access to that might come into play that people should know about?
For sure, there are.
Yeah.
Was it Spirit Guardians and Revivify that are auto?
That's fucking
Well,
tight.
That are
Yeah. Those
auto?
are just, that's
or like,
bananas, dude. It's just
No,
like, because you just prepare
Beacon
them.
of Hope Revivify.
okay, thank you. Yeah, their level cleric spells are pretty badass. Main one being Revivify, which is a super expensive spell to cast. I need a 300 gold diamond, but it can revive a dead player within 1 minute of them dying. Um, and it can't restore body parts or like, um, I think it can't revive them if they die of old age.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, but basically, I've got like a get out of jail free card, or as many get out of jail free cards as we have $300 gold pieces
That's great,
between us.
because I got a feeling I'm going to be in jail pretty soon.
Yeah, that's what
Death,
I was
death.
thinking when I was like, Ear Talk cast spells in his own dick door, because at least I could probably help you out a lot, but we'll see how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I,
Um,
like, yeah, I don't know. That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah,
Beacon
we'll
of
get there.
Hope is pretty sick. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration. Each target has advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and
That's
regains the maximum number of hit points possible from healing. So if I um if I
God
have
bless you.
Beacon of Hope going on, I don't need to roll dice on my healing spells. It's just like
it's just
8.
max.
If it's a D8, yeah, it's just a max roll auto.
And
Damn.
it's concentration up to a minute. That is very cool. The advantage on death saving throws. So yeah, the cleric, you've now become a lot more like uh
Unkillable.
well, you're not necessarily unkillable,
Hillary.
but everyone else is. Like
Right.
I feel like going up to 5th level, you now like you're not just a cleric that battles against wounds, but actually also kind of fights against death, which
Right.
That's cool.
is like really changes the game and allows for
And you're
Peneus to
definitely
be
gonna
even.
see
Yeah.
you're gonna see like a change in my gameplay where Ear Talk is gonna be not headed to the front line as much.
Hmm.
Um, because I need to basically be able to like cast these things for the party. Um, and also, Pat, you had I think texted me about Healing Word.
Yeah,
Um, I think it's worth keeping. I don't know what you ended up decided on, but if
I did.
you're the only other healer and I go down, that's kind of like a backup contingency.
To like
Yeah,
get him
that's
back up.
that's kind of what I realized too. Paul was telling me, it's literally just healing ability is just you and then my healing word.
Yeah.
So I kept it.
Honestly, Healing Word I think is one of the best spells in the game.
It's come in handy quite a bit, and it's first level, which is like super tight. So yeah, I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good to
It's a
know.
bonus action and it has range. I think it's one of the only ranged
Yeah. The
healing
range
spells
is
maybe.
key.
And I can upcast it.
And yeah, and upcasting it like doubles its
Amazing.
potency. So
Yeah.
it's pretty
So I
good.
kept it. Yeah. Time.
Yep.
Sweet.
Cool. And
Great picks,
that's
dude.
There's a
it.
couple, yeah, I've got
Okay.
more to pick from.
Okay.
Um those are just the ones that are like that come with leveling up, and then I get to prepare some highlights are Spirit Guardians,
Dude,
which Paul I think said that he used it against us once.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep. When we were fighting in the snow, the Dark Priest, when we were imitating a fight on the rim, the Dark Priest used Spirit Guardians and just like had a huge circle around him. That was
so
Yeah.
fucking cool. That's such a cool
those
spell.
little dudes.
So
yeah.
it slows down your enemies and deals damage if they like try and come into this aura.
Yeah.
That one was cool too, because as I was reading it, it's like if you're good, it shows up as one thing, and if you're evil, it shows up as a different thing,
Yep.
which is super fucking cool.
Which one will it show up for you, Peneus? We really don't know.
I read that and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know what they're
don't
gonna
really
look like.
know.
Let's see what comes out of here." You
If
know?
you're neutral, yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, if you're an asshole. It's just a bunch of dicks.
Yeah. You also got Clairvoyance, it looks like,
Yep.
which is a pretty
Yeah,
useful, just like utility spell out there that allows you to basically see through walls. Which is
I'm
pretty
also
cool.
excited for Animate Dead.
Animate.
What's that?
Zombies?
Yep, I can make
Zombies!
zombies and skeletons come up to life and fight for us.
Dude, that's tight. So, is
That's
that one
awesome.
spell you make them come up and fight for us, or is it you make them come up and then that other undead spell you were talking about helps?
No.
The spell
spell?
is you instantaneously revive like a corpse or a pile of bones,
Mhm.
and they last I think 24 hours under that spell or until they die.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Kind of like a weekend at Bernie's spell.
Yes.
Yeah, the little weekend at Bernie battles.
Yeah, I think it has to be a skeleton or a zombie.
Oh.
Yeah,
But I'm wondering if
I mean,
if
we
I
can make
revive
skeletons.
like an owl bear, is it a zombie owl bear or
Mm.
something? Like I'm wondering if the strength of the creature I revived really matters.
Oh.
Now,
what's
it
its
does say,
texture?
it says humanoid. So would an owlbear count as humanoid? Probably not.
Right. No.
It's more of a creature.
Yeah.
So we just like go to a graveyard and we can dig up some bones and
Just
have a little
make an
fun.
army.
Yeah, and I can after 24 hours I can cast the spell again to keep it going. So if we have like a bunch of downtime,
Collect some bones.
yeah, if we have like
Feels like a
week,
job for him, Gannett.
Yo,
I
hold
could
up.
create like a posse.
Dude, also upcasting, animate dead. Each additional spell level adds 2 additional corpses onto your team. So at 3rd level it's one person, but at 5th level or at 4th level it would be 3 people.
3 little fucking skeleton zombies just walking around.
It triples the potency.
That's unreal.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
Oh,
I
I
basically
can't wait
can
to
be a
have our army of
necromancer with that.
Yeah,
dead.
that's really sick.
That's cool.
Brendan, does Ear Talk have something that I learned about recently was ritual casting? Does Ear Talk have the ability to perform ritual casting? Do you know?
Yes, clerics do.
Just innately, they just can.
Believe so, yeah.
Okay,
Let
cool.
me double check.
What is ritual casting?
So there are certain spells that have ritual next to them, and if you are in a if you have an ability to cast spells as rituals, or if you or if that's just like something that's innate to your class, you can choose.
Clerics are innately.
Great, awesome. You can choose to cast any ritual spell as a ritual, and the time it takes for you to cast the spell is you add 10 additional minutes to the spell casting time, but it does not use a spell slot. So, for example, if there was like a dead person and you guys were in a fucking cave and you couldn't sleep or whatever to regain spell slots, and if Animate Dead were a ritual, like a ritual spell, Irtok could cast it as a ritual. You guys could stand guard for 10 minutes and he wouldn't use one of his precious spell slots on it. It's that specific spell is not a ritual, but
Yeah,
Great
that would be broken.
yeah. but there are.
Where do you see the ritual tag when you
So
open
it's
up the...
right. It's usually right next to the here.
It's in parentheses.
It's right next to the level of the spell. So like
Yeah,
level
okay.
3.
So meld into stone, I can cast as a ritual.
There you go. Yep, exactly.
And then I can become like Han Solo, frozen in.
Yeah. Nice. All right, cool. Is that everything for ear talk?
I got mass healing word also.
Nice.
So that just has like the same amount of healing, but for more.
It's like
targets.
AOE healing,
Oh, is it?
right? Yeah, you
No,
can.
it's basically healing word, but I get to choose up to 6 creatures to do it too.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So not AOE because it's not a center, but it is like multiple targets. Yeah. That's sweet. Awesome. Life transference is also pretty ear talk. That's a pretty ear talk spell.
I know.
What's
I
that?
think it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, it seems very dangerous. But life transference is you damage yourself and then heal someone else
That's cool.
for
Yeah, I
double.
take 4d8 necrotic
You just
damage,
rolling.
and then my partner heals double that.
Yep.
So
Damn.
yeah, that is super ear talk.
Yeah.
We'll see how much that comes out.
Yeah.
Take my life.
Yeah.
I feel so good.
Dispel magic is a classic that
Yeah.
I'll probably
Huge.
have going on, and
Yeah, that's
remove
tight.
curse. Those are really good like utility spells to have. Tongues, I can cast a spell to translate anything.
Nice.
That's cool. I was looking at that.
How many spells do you have total?
So clerics have the entire cleric spell list available to know, but you get to prepare a finite amount. So
Okay.
I have like all of these spells at my disposal, but I have to like prepare them at the beginning of an adventuring day or whatever.
That's cool.
Gotcha.
That's
And
super cool.
Ear Talk gets to prepare 8 cleric spells right now. But then he also has 8 or maybe even 9 innately known spells from the wizard. Did you take a wizard spell from? No, you didn't because you're not an elf. Sorry.
I know Elven. I took Shield.
Right.
But
Cool.
you decided that wouldn't be permanently prepared until I cast it
Enough times. Totally
Oh, yeah,
fucking
that's
forgot
right.
about that. I totally fucking forgot about that. But yeah, that's right. Yep.
So
Okay.
now I treat it like a regular cleric spell that I would have to prepare.
Yeah, perfect. You have not used it very much at all. So
No.
I mean, Toll the Dead, you've used a fuckload.
yeah. But that's
Because it
Murdered
works.
people with it.
Yeah. Great. Okay, that's Ear Talk. By the way, everybody, or at least I guess just Mganet. I don't know if you saw this, but if you open your character sheet and go to actions, did I show you that already? That update? Okay, great. Yep, the actions tab now has some stuff there, and then also
Really nice.
yeah,
Love
there's
that.
been a few changes to just like the UI that are really pretty subtle. There's that one, and then there is also the new attack, thing, like indicator in the combat box. You should now see it worded slightly differently. Ear Talk attacks parentheses 4 Gannett Bobolink with crossbow light. Does it show up like that for you guys?
Yep.
Yep. So before it looked really fucking ugly and was kind of hard to read and tell what the hell was going on when you make a roll, and now it should be a lot clearer what the roll is. And I've also removed. I don't know if you guys could see it previously, but I removed whether or not. What just happened? Did someone just add effect damage 3d6 to
I did, yeah. I was clicking around.
Okay. You can go ahead and
I just
delete
lost
that.
Brennan. Can you guys see Brennan?
No, I lost him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Pia's gonna be coming in and out, so I might just turn my camera off for a couple
Okay.
seconds at a time.
Cool.
It also removes whether or not attacks hit or miss on your side, so that you have the opportunity to spend your bardic inspiration or use cutting words or use whatever you might have that has to go, that can go in between rolls and the announcement if something's hit. So that should all kind of work out there. If there's any issues with that, you guys can just let me know, or if you don't like that type of stuff. Fucking A, Mganet, stop. What are you doing?
I'm trying to undo the effect.
I undid it. It's undone.
How do
Redo.
I undo it?
You probably can't. You probably can't undo
Oh.
effects, because that
Okay.
would be bullshit. You just go in and undo effects that are done.
Ganon's dead. False. Ganon's not dead.
Was that supposed to be your sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So that
dope.
just when it says ear talk attacks 4, that 4 that's the attack roll.
Yeah,
That's
that was the
Okay,
attack
cool.
roll. So it was hidden because whenever I make a roll, it's hidden for you guys. But
Mhm.
when you guys make rolls, it will show up.
We can see it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
By the way, I found a new way to, if you guys open up the combat tracker real quick and then open up your character sheet or whatever, I found out that you can take the dice roll and instead of targeting a creature in the map, you can just take your dice roll and roll it on top of an item in the combat tracker, and it will attack that thing.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
Can I try that on someone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all just did it on you.
That's pretty fucked up.
That's really funny.
Like that. Yeah, how about that? I saw 7 crossbow miss.
Yep.
That one.
Yeah.
I had
So
a shit roll too. I just rolled 2 4s in a row.
brutal. So does that looks good for you guys? That all kind of reads well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That is cool. I like that for targeting.
And can you like drag an effect onto somebody that way?
Yep. You can drag an effect onto somebody. You can drag damage dice onto somebody that way. Yep. And it works. If I fucking see this goddamn sneak attack effect show up on one more fucking
We're
person.
playing with the combat tractor. Wait, combat tracker. Not combat tracker.
That's
Okay.
funny. Whoa, are you doing damage? Damn, you did damage?
Give me my points back.
Yeah, so that
A
works.
little- Just a little claw to keep you online, you know?
By the
To
way,
remind you.
with everybody's level up, you've all just about reached what Elva's hit points were at 3rd level.
Let's go. Yeah.
What are we
she's
all
like-
at now? Are we
You're
all
in the
like
you're in the
33?
like in the 30s. So Panay,
Nice.
you're 33. Everyone else 38.
Elva hasn't leveled up yet.
Elva has not leveled up. No,
And she's 34 right now?
she's 34 right now. Yep.
Fuck me, dude. Okay.
So one other thing that I want to show you guys that I learned about, I'm going to share a map with you right now. Let me know when you guys can see it.
Yep.
You can draw pointers on the map really quickly by clicking both the left and right mouse button at the same time. And you can delete them by clicking the left and right mouse button at the same time on the arrow.
Oh,
So that's really
so
useful.
if I'm, oh, that's really great. Or it's like, oh, if I go here, can I
Oh.
do this?
Yep. And if you hold shift and double click, it will create a square pointer. Control will create a circle pointer. And alt will create a cone pointer. So that's clicking both at the same time. Will create different pointers. And that's just very, very useful for communicating with one another.
And how exactly can we draw? How do we draw?
Yeah. So actually, it's the command Alt F4.
Okay.
And then...
Do we?
No!
What the fuck?
Get it?
There we go.
All right, we're done. Great. So Cool. Just little quality of life improvements. They will
Huge.
continue chugging along as I learn them. All right, let's continue with the level up hype train. We'll go Mganet next.
Nice.
So Mganet, you've leveled up. Tell us
I
about
have.
that.
Are you guys having the map won't close on mine?
My map's not showing up anymore.
Okay, it should have closed.
Well, let me move it,
Mine closed.
bring it out a little bit.
Is it gone
Okay,
now?
that's okay. Yeah, it's still there. Probably I did get one of those error codes in the top left corner, so it's probably.
Oh jeez. All right, I'm sharing it and then
See it
unsharing.
now, and now it's gone.
Did it go away now?
Yeah, it's still there. I'll probably have to restart Fantasy Grass.
Yeah, you'll probably have to restart it. That sucks.
Yeah. Hideous, why don't you go while I do that?
Okay.
Okay. Phineas was given a few new spells and a couple new spell slots per usual. I also took the same. I was given the opportunity to take a feat. I took the same feat, so I got Misty Step, and with my additional spell that I got with that, I took Sleep. And so I've got that, and then for my additional spells, I took Heat Metal, which has the ability to heat metal, and to the extent that it can damage someone. So if you're wearing chainmail or something, you can heat it and it glows red, and then that person takes burning damage.
Cool.
And then I also I was given a third level spell, and I took Leomund's Tiny Hut, which basically makes a small 10-foot radius hut that everyone's safe inside of. The downside is that it takes 10 minutes or a minute to cast it, so it's not really a battle option as much as it is an adventuring option. So, excuse me. But it lasts 8 hours, and it's basically impenetrable. So it's great for being out on adventures and shit if we need somewhere to sleep or something.
You can, get a long rest worth of healing in a short rest amount of time, or in a short rest scenario.
Yeah. Right.
Pretty cool. So that was pretty valuable, and so I chose to leave my third level spell slots open for upcasting in battle, and so I have the heat metal, and then I was also able to swap out some spells, and so I got rid of suggestion because it didn't seem to be working that well for me, and I took invisibility in its place, and I think that's it. Which obviously invisibility kind of speaks for itself. And then I also was given an extra cantrip, and I took minor illusion. So those are my level ups.
You should get yet another spell. We're missing a spell here.
We are?
Yeah, because you get one cantrip, one spell up to second level, and one spell up to third level.
Yeah.
So
I took heat metal, which was up to second.
Uh-huh.
And then I took Tiny Hut.
But you also swapped out suggestion for something. I don't think that you've given yourself
For invisibility.
For invisibility. You got it.
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
call.
listen, you want to give me an extra spell, I'll take it, but
No. For your honesty, you are granted nothing, but thank you.
I am granted a chance at survival in the next 2 hours.
Certainly not.
He's slim chance.
Also, very importantly, your bardic inspiration has changed slightly.
Yeah. So my bardic inspiration, not only did I gain an extra slot for it, so I now have 4 opportunities for bardic inspiration / cutting words, but it also goes up to a D8 rather than the D6 that it was before.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
So bardic inspiration is now a D8, which is
now
fucking sick.
A bit more bardically.
And you regain your bardic inspiration slots on a short rest.
That's right. With my font of inspiration on a short rest, I get my bardic inspiration back.
Yeah. So that's
huge.
Huge. Yep. So you got
that means you should be dishing them out constantly.
I'm gonna be dishing them, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be just inspiring left and right. Should I survive?
Right.
Or
Exactly.
cutting.
Yeah,
cutting
that's right. Or
left and
cutting.
right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that was Pinaeus' last level up right there. That was
Mm-hmm. Yep. Great. And your charisma, booped that on
I
up.
booped. I gave my charisma score a boop.
Yep. So you're now at an 18 charisma at
I'm
level
very
5.
I'm very charismatic.
Fucking strong. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this,
Awesome. Oh, geez, McGannet, look at that. Your dice is back to black. That's really weird. Yep. That's pretty annoying how that happens.
there we go. There's that aqua.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Great. So that is Pineus, and then Mganet, your turn now.
Yeah, so I did just the ability score increases, no feats, and added one to my dex, which brought me up to 18, one to my wisdom, which brought me up to 12.
Nice.
I had a feature at third level that I didn't realize I had, which was Mage Hand Ledger Domain, which I'm going to start using now. I have Mage Hand, but I can make it invisible.
That's cool.
And I can basically, like, I can put something on somebody or take it off of them.
I
And
wonder which one you'll use.
what?
I wonder which one you'll be doing more of, putting things on or taking things off.
It's for giving surprise gifts to her friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put fun little like bugs in all y'all's pockets. You're gonna reach in and be like, "Where did this lizard come from?"
This should be barred for you.
Yeah. But I have to do a dex, or it's a sleight of hand versus perception. So I roll sleight of hand, that person rolls perception, and then whoever wins.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the bonus action from cunning action can control the hand if you have it open in battle. If you have it up in battle.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Counts as a cunning action.
So I can do a bonus action to move that around. That is nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I had cunning action. I got uncanny dodge as a feature,
Oh,
which is
Jesus fucking Christ.
What's that?
it's so stupid. I can use my reaction to basically I'm super dexterous and super slippery. So anytime I get hit with an attack, I can use my reaction to have the attack's damage.
To have the damage? That's fucking dope.
Yeah. So anytime somebody attacks me, I can react, and it only whatever the damage is, I get half of it.
Can you use that on every time, or is there a limit to how many like reactions you get?
You get
one reaction per round.
One per round. Okay, so still, yeah.
So
Yeah,
pretty
You
much
can
every
literally
turn.
use it every fucking round. That's bananas. That's awesome.
Yeah. It would basically, so a reaction most commonly is used as either there are a few reaction spells like shield that Ear Talk has, but a lot of the time reactions are used to perform an opportunity attack. That's considered a reaction. And so if someone uses an opportunity attack, the cost of doing that is that you can no longer use your reaction that round to cast shield or whatever else. So that would be the downside to using uncanny dodge. It's such a tiny nothing downside that
That's
it's
fucking
just gonna
OP,
be taking
dude.
half damage constantly. She's
Can't
basically
touch me.
resistant to everything.
Very
That's
roguish.
insane. Yeah. That's fucking
touch
cool.
this.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous.
yes, that is pretty ridiculous. You also get, I don't know if we went over this, but you get an additional known spell.
We did.
What did you take? Oh yeah.
I took color spray.
What's that?
It's a blinding spell, so a dazzling array of flashing colored lights springs from your hand. It's like a hit point spell where it affects as many, like I roll, 60, 10, and then that determines how many creatures I can hit.
Kind of like sleep.
and it basically makes them unable to see until the end of my next turn.
That's cool.
Is Patrick's camera like a terrifying glitch for anybody else?
No.
No.
I'm gonna
Nope.
here. I'll turn off.
I'm sure you're fine. Oh.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
How's that?
It's perfect now. That was weird.
It's beautiful.
It became like
Does that look good?
horrifying. Yeah. You look perfect now.
That's great.
Remind me how you got sleep.
I swapped it out from Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
Because
You're
basically they have the same effect, but this is an automatic success. And Tasha's I had to roll for.
right. And
Can I ask you? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're allowed to swap?
Yeah.
Did we cover
at
that?
At the level up I can swap out. I don't get like
I'm
more.
sure you're right. Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's good because I think sleep doesn't necessarily scale that well at like higher tiers.
Yeah.
So the question I had about sleep, there's no world in which this is obviously a no, but like my sleep and Mganet's sleep cannot compound, right? Our rolls. It's just like, okay, go.
No.
Oh, like if we did it at the same time and got like this mega hit points to
Yep.
affect everybody.
It's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
exactly.
I guess like if you readied.
If I
sleep
readied and then
for
on her
when
she slept.
she cast sleep, you also cast sleep. I don't know. That's interesting.
That's kind of cool.
That would be
That's up
kind
to
of
you,
cool.
obviously.
Let's bore the people to death.
Just a ray of sleep.
Yeah. And then I got an extra level 1 spell slot. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be using color spray, and you know where it says it comes from your hand, but again it catches on her butt. So
I think we know where.
I think we know where that color spray is coming from.
Oh, God. And your sneak attack is now a 3d6.
Yes. Oh, and my firebolt is now 2d10.
And your
That's
firebolt
tight.
is 2d10.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Great. That's everybody's levels. We don't have Elva's levels on the books yet, but in general, she is going to be gaining an extra attack, which is just, very powerful for a fighter.
Yeah, sweet.
And that's basically it. She gets an ability score improvement and an extra attack. And I don't think anything else. I think that's just it. Yeah. Fighter level ups are pretty, like, not boring, but pretty mechanically simple. They're just simple. It's just like, you're better at hitting. Okay.
Way stronger now.
You hit more. Okay. You get hit a little less. Oh, okay, cool. Like that's pretty much it. So there won't need,
not as fun, but
we don't need to have a whole explanation or anything. She will just be able to hit more, probably.
Dude, she's a beast now. That's fucking. I mean,
yeah, she's gonna be getting like very, very strong.
So is it basically like her action can be used to make 2 attacks, and then if she uses action surge, she can create 4 attacks?
That's correct.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Action surge doubles her attacks?
No.
Or does it just add an attack?
Action surge adds an action.
So if she's able to make 2 attacks in her 1 action, she can then use her action surge to do 2 more attacks.
Correct.
And then when she gets another extra attack, she can use her action surge to do up to like 6 attacks.
Yep.
Oh my god, she's just gonna freaking annihilate.
She gets action surge once per long rest, but still.
She's gonna use all 6 actions to whip.
And she gets them with advantage if she
uses fighting spirit.
Planning ahead of that.
Dude, 6 attacks, all advantage with fighting spirit.
And if she takes elven accuracy, they all have super advantage. They all get 3 dice instead of 2, which
There's
is
no question that's what she should take.
Dude,
you have to. She's just gonna eliminate.
Look, you guys, I've told her about it.
What
And
does she read?
that's as much as I am gonna do.
It's in God's hands.
I'm not going to push mechanics.
Bangkok has her now.
No. But if she wants to ask, I will give my opinion. But I've already given it in the Discord. Like, holy shit. I also already downloaded an extension into Fantasy Grounds that applies Elven accuracy automatically because I was like, she has to fucking take that shit. So anyone who has the Elven accuracy feat, when they roll advantage, it rolls 3 dice as long as they're attacking with a dex weapon. That's the one thing, is it has to be a dex weapon.
Yeah.
Which her whip is, right?
Which her whip is.
And her
And her
rapier.
And her rapier.
She doesn't
And
use
have a
any strength-based weapons anyway.
she doesn't have any strength-based weapons. Nope. But she has pretty high strength.
What is longbow? Is her longbow? That's not
Dex.
dex.
Yep.
That's dex too.
Ranged weapons
Jesus.
are dex.
Is
Yeah.
her strength at 17?
Her strength is 17. Her dex is 16. Her lowest score is a 12. Everything else is 13s, 14, 16, 17.
Yeah.
She rolled
Probably just drop, like, not even focus on her strength anymore and go all dex.
Honestly, yeah. At this point, it's probably the move.
And she's got dueling, which is better for one-handed weapons.
Yep.
Like, there's no point to even really have like a high strength for her other than like plate armor if she wants that down the road.
Yep.
Damn.
Exactly.
What a beast.
Yes. Dueling. Let me just look at dueling really quick.
If I had Elva's stats, I'd tell you what.
Dude.
So
She's supposed to be OP.
she's not even carrying a fucking shield right now.
Yeah, she should have a shield.
Yeah, because dueling works with a shield.
Yeah, and she's not casting.
She's not
Yeah, that's
casting
true.
at all. Yep. Yeah. Pretty nuts. Yep. There's a lot of potential with Elva that I think is going to get realized soon.
You're gonna have to homebrew some like sexy shield that she'll be okay with.
It's the only way she's picking it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, perhaps that is the plight of Elva, is like there are all of these things that would help your life, but they aren't sexy.
Yeah.
That's your curse. Like, and so she'll have to figure out how to like properly balance like being alive and being sexy.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Maybe that forged dwarf armor person that she met at the poker game could help out with that shield.
Ah, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that could work. I wonder what like a sexy shield.
Like leather and
It's got
tassels.
boobs, right? It's got boobs
Got
on
boobs.
it.
Maybe
Got a
it's a
big set of
mirror.
tits on
Maybe
it.
it's a
Yeah.
mirror so she can like check herself in the mirror. Like that could be kind of sick.
The mirror's on the inside of the shield.
It's on the inside of the shield. So she can check out how hot she looks while she's killing
Mid-battle.
motherfuckers. That's actually exactly what it is. It's a floor-length mirror. That's fucking awesome.
Like LEDs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
like that, like in the actors thing with those like big bulbs around it when you're in the
Yeah.
hair and makeup room. That would be fucking. Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh.
Vanity
Can't even
shield.
see anything
Yeah,
beyond the shield.
The shield of vanity, and it's like no, not vanity like your vein, vanity like the desk,
like
but also you're a little vain. Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm excited about that. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely
Yeah.
figure something out with that. That's great. That's great. Okay, cool,
She'll
cool,
love
cool.
that.
That sounds like that's everything that we have to talk about, right? Did we get through it
Yep.
all? Awesome. So I have to sidebar with Pineus for a moment. It's not going to be for very long. Just have to get a couple of details sorted out, and then we're going to come back. So, Pineus, if you can meet me in the sidebar,
Sweet.
I'll see you there in a moment.
See you guys. I'll be back with a new character.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee.
Okay. Alrighty. Yo.
Hey.
Okay, cool. So, let me just pop it out. Okay, great. Perfect. This is all showing up in OBS. Awesome. So, Pineas, you woke up in the middle of the night from this dream, took your door, and ran up to sleeping ear talk, and put it on him and opened it. Is this all
Yeah.
correct so far?
Basically, he was really excited. He was like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And he just like sprinted. It was like looking for someone and saw ear talk and just popped it right on there.
Okay, great.
Like an asshole.
And there was no hesitation or anything like that?
None.
All right.
It was fucking immediate.
What's your
It
goal?
was like it was magnetized.
Did you have a goal in mind, or it's thoughtless recklessness?
It was pure excitement. It
Okay.
wasn't. It was like I was so clouded by excitement. I wasn't thinking about any consequences. It was just holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, boom.
Okay, great.
Ah!
So here's what happened to you in brief.
Mhm.
You put the door on his sleeping head. You opened it. It opens inward, like
Yeah.
this. So you
Okay.
pushed the door open,
Yeah.
and as you did, you basically entered into sort of like a black like portal space. So it's completely dark, but you, for some reason, in that pitch blackness, you can feel warping and movement. It's like the darkness, the space itself is like warping and moving.
Okay.
And the way that your body experienced that as you enter in is that you feel kind of weird and like you're almost, not in necessarily a painful way, but certainly in an uncomfortable way. You are basically kind of torn into two pieces. That's like kind of what it
feel
feels
that.
like. Yeah, you feel like being crunched and stretched and like ripped in half a little bit. And there's like sort of like a dot forms in the front of your vision, very small dot that you can see, and then it like grows as you're approaching it at incredibly fast speed, and it's sort of like, it's like, I'll do it towards the camera. It's like,
Yeah.
like that, and
Yeah.
you're in this new scene right now. Your hand is
Right.
still on the doorknob, and you're now in this new scene, which is inside of Ear Talk's mind, and it's basically a barren street. There's a glowing casino, and there is a
Of course there is.
decrepit church. That's as much description as I want to give you right now, because I want to
Cool.
ask you what Pineas is going to do right now. And this is very important as to what you think he will do or what you want to do as Pineas. Your hand's on the doorknob, and you're staring, and you see a casino and a decrepit church and an empty street spanning infinitely in both directions.
Fuck, man. Okay. There's definitely a moment of hesitation, and it's like, obviously you know this, but I don't even know if it's possible, but definitely right now, Pines is thinking like, do I go back or do I go into this?
Yes. That's really the biggest thing that I need you to decide on.
I think there's a moment where he's. So let me ask you just Patrick to Paul.
Sure.
Is this gonna fuck everything if I like? I don't want to split the party. Obviously, that's like sort of like a D&D personal mistake. I don't want to like fuck the experience. You know what I mean?
No, it won't.
Okay.
But basically, I've written a lot of Ear Talk's mind dungeon in case you choose to go inside of it. But I think that potentially the best way that we can handle this, so that you're not just going through this dungeon by yourself, would be for me to just briefly describe your demise. which like, you don't know. Okay, so since we're speaking meta right now, like,
because I read the first page a little bit, so
it doesn't necessarily mean that you, Pineas, are eliminated from the game entirely. So there's that.
Because
you don't know. That's as much as I'm willing to tell you, because Pineas absolutely does not know that whatsoever. When
Right.
you only know that it's dangerous, and you're in this strange new place, and you don't have your friends near you, and you're holding on to the doorknob of a door, and you're inside Ear Talk's mind, and it's a big casino. It's fucking huge casino and a smashed up church.
And is it the big casino? Is
Yeah.
it? Does it? So this church is smashed up. I got that. I got that image. The casino, does it look like a new casino, or is it like zombies have taken over this casino? Does it look fucked up, or does it look?
That's actually a really good question. It does not look fucked up, but there are a significant number of homeless people in the front.
So it's what's a significant number? Like
15.
So, like-
From where you're looking right now, that's as much information as you can get. It's too far away for you to get a good description, but the casino does not look like its sign's not hanging off. It looks like
Right.
it's massive, it's well lit, it's glittering.
it's a real open casino.
It's a real casino called the Holy Refuge. It says it right on the front. Earn your worth.
The Holy Refuge.
The Holy Refuge. Earn your worth. And it's just a big casino. Yeah. With like some homeless people sitting out front.
I think it's, man, I'm really torn in more ways than one. But like,
Yeah.
I really don't know. Like, I feel like. So let me just ask you a question.
Sure.
Metagamed, and you don't.
I might not answer it. Yeah.
That's fine. I can like. Does me stepping into this terrain? It doesn't eliminate Pineas from the rest of the party, right? Like it does, and it doesn't, right? It's like, so I want to make sure that. I don't know. Maybe this is asking.
Your consequence may be that you have to fucking sit and watch D&D for the next couple sessions and not play because you're gone.
Yeah, see, that sucks. That, from just like a pure gaming perspective, that doesn't sound very fun. So I think I'm going to literally take a look at this and then look back for like the rest of my party and realize that I'm alone and suddenly feel very extremely alone. And
Yeah.
I think that just the feel of this place fills me with anxiety. And I think I'm going to attempt to turn around and go back through the door if I can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a pretty foreboding atmosphere. I'll tell you that much. It's dark. I don't know if I mentioned that it's like perpetual black in all directions. It's pretty foreboding. So
yeah.
Okay, great. You have this is what you know, and Pineas can retain this knowledge of what he saw.
Okay.
If you can, yeah, actually that's fine. So it's been established that you're able to open the door, and if you keep your hand on the thing, you can leave. So that's fine.
Cool. I would even, yeah. I mean, do I know that, or do I?
No.
I just know that like this is what happened to me.
Yeah.
I happened to have my door. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. And then like I stepped back through it.
Maybe you don't even remember if you did or didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Cool. Let's go back.
Sweet.
I'm super excited for you guys. The house is so beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, we love it. It was definitely like the storm yesterday hits a little different when you're like, oh my God, I own this house. Please, nothing fall on it.
Yeah, no trees or nothing.
Yeah. Welcome back, boys.
Yo.
Hey guys.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay,
Oops.
never mind. Bye.
Hi, I'm here. Sorry. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Nice. Okay, cool. So you guys are Elva and you're talking Gannett. You guys are still in this liminal shared dream space. That's pretty otherworldly with Kaylee Crystal Kenzie. Kaylee Crystal Kenzie has since cast silence on Elva because she literally can't even with this girl. Um, so so that has happened, and now it's essentially just you two and Kaylee, and you've all got your doors, and Kaylee's going to describe how they work. Now I'm just going to do this in Paul's voice, and you guys can ask me questions. These are the rules of the doors. If you guys can find loopholes in these rules, keep them to yourself. Don't tell Kaylee about them, and use them if you want to, because her organization is not particularly known for like minding their P's and Q's super closely. So that would
What's
be
the name of the organization again?
the Order of Psychic Savants, in essence, saviors. So, oopsies. Yep. Great. So everybody should have the dick document, and you can all open it now, including you, Peneus. You can open this, and we'll just say that it gets described to you or whatever. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Cool.
Rules wise. So does everybody have it open?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Great. So on the first page, we have dicks, doors into cerebral kingdoms. What is a dick anyway? So the dick, you all have gotten a door, and it's in your possession. It's in your inventory. And you have this door that when you place it on a target's head, you can enter the target's personal cerebral landscape. And that's just basically their subconscious, whatever world their subconscious has created, which is relatively stable for sane people. It's going to feel like the material world. And by the way, here I have used the word material to indicate the physical world, because physical and psychic looked really, really similar to each other. So I just wrote material instead. So placing a dick on a target's head allows you to enter their personal cerebral landscape. Psychic projections are free to enter and exit a mind through a dick with no resistance. So, yeah. But material objects entering into a mind through a dick must survive the transition from the material to the psychic plane and evade the mind's natural defenses through a series of checks. Each dick is attuned to its owner. Using your own dick is far safer than using other dicks. So we'll talk about what that is on the next page, entering a dick. So the top section here says, when you enter into a mind using your own dick, your material and psychic selves are split. The psychic form enters into the mind, but the material form remains on the material plane. The material form continues to behave in the material world on autopilot. It will do nothing extraordinary and may respond to extreme stimulus of your psychic form. What that means is that if your psychic form gets their arm chopped off, your autonomous material form may lose the control over their arm. Kind of Matrix style, the mind makes it real type of thing. So severe stuff that happens to your psychic self can reverberate into your material self. It can go the other way as well. I didn't mention that, but it can go the other way as well. Those with whom you are merely acquainted will not notice your material form is an autopilot form. If they're just an acquaintance, you'll just be behaving normally, maybe a little quiet or whatever. But close friends and family may notice that your material being is being operated unconsciously, but only through acute investigation. So you'd want to perform an investigation or an insight check, and that may reveal whether someone is inhabited by their psychic self, or if their psychic self is off doing something else and this is just their material self. Your material form will make rudimentary attempts at self-preservation in circumstances of overt danger, but will not respond proactively, nor will it notice subtleties such as deceit or implied threats. Your material form can be harmed, robbed, or killed by others or by natural causes if left in a dangerous circumstance unattended. If you hop into someone's mind while you're in the middle of a battle, like, your material self is not going to be as cunning as you are, is going to just be very robotic and not super smart, and they can die. So be careful with that. So that's when you use your own dick to enter a mind. There's this split, and your material form is basically a robot version of yourself, while your conscious psychic self is doing its business in this other person's mind. Does that all make sense? Enough sense?
Totally.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about a hut action here.
Some hut action.
Oh, hiding in the hut while we. Yeah.
Now, when you enter into a mind using someone else's dick, your material self physically enters into the mind. Your material self leaves the material world, is crushed and discombobulated and made phantasmal in the transition, and then appears in the cerebral landscape as a material being, and can walk around, and you are exactly you're just in this material world. Now, going through that is really fucking brutal and really challenging. You have to succeed on 2 saving throws while you transition through from the material world into the psychic world if you're going through someone else's dick. You can choose from the list of 5 saving throws applied here. There's insight, as in so all of these are related to that process of entering into someone else's mind and what might make it easier. One portion of that is the physical strain of being crushed and made phantasmal by super powerful planar forces. That's the constitution check. So the constitution check is just can you withstand the fucking pain of this situation? There's also an insight check you can make. That's if you can read into the other person's soul or intentions, that might help you navigate past their mental defenses as an outsider. Persuasion, you can persuade them to let you in, type of thing. Stealth, you can go in undetected. And then history is in here because history is do you know facts about this person? Do you know about things about them that you can anticipate when you're crossing through? So that's these are the 5 checks. You have to succeed on 2 of them. The first one, you have to succeed on just to get into the door. Now, once you're in the door, you're in sort of this in-between crunching area before you exit the door. There's a transitional fallopian tube, uterus, birth canal scenario going on here. So the first success gets you in. The second success gives birth to you into their cerebral world. When you make your first success, you are committed to continuing the checks. You have to continue the checks after the first success because you're committed to the door. The second success puts you through, like I said. Every time you fail one of these checks, which has a DC equal to 10 plus whatever mind you're entering, take that mind's level, divided by 2, round it up. So it's 10 plus 3 for all of us, because we're all 5th level. So it's 10 plus half your level. So these would be DC 13 checks. When you fail one of the checks, you're going to take the level divided by 2 times the hit dice of the creature. So in our case, I think Pineus, you have D8 hit dice. If someone were to enter your mind, they would potentially take 3d8 damage entering into your mind if they fail, for each check that they fail. So you can fucking die doing this pretty easily. Might have to adjust that. We'll have to see. And that's psychic damage. Every check can only be performed once. And if your first check is a failure, you can choose not to enter the door. That's you tried to get into the door, you couldn't get into it, it hurt a lot, and you can be like, fuck that, I'm out of here. But if you succeed on a check and you're pulled into the door, you have to roll all the checks. You can't stop and turn around. Once you get sucked in, you're committed, and you got to keep rolling the checks. If you fail all the subsequent checks, you're spit out back into the material world. And if you die during the checks, you still have to keep making the checks, with each failure counting as a failed death save. Cool. So it's kind of complicated, but you don't have to think about any of that stuff. I'll just tell you all what to do when that shows up. If a dick is left open, it's visible in the material and the psychic world. But if a dick is closed, it vanishes in both the material and the psychic world. Really important here, a mind with an active door cannot receive an additional door. So
If you pop the doors on there.
You can't put 10 fucking doors on someone and all go in. So what's going to happen is, if everybody wants to go into a mind all at once, one person's going to have a pretty chill time getting in, and everyone else is going to have probably a pretty rough time getting in.
Oh.
Yeah. So you have to prepare for that. Now, that's traveling into just anybody's mind in such a way. Don't worry, it'll get better. I promise. All right. Any questions about the entering a dick portion?
Nope.
How do we open and close the door?
How, from the material world, from the outside?
Yeah, with this bit about it being left open and remaining visible.
Yep. You stick it on someone, you open the door, go in. When you make it through, you can just turn around and close the door.
Okay. But then it disappears from the psychic world as well?
Yes.
So how do we get back out?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Are the doorknobs like little?
Good question.
They're little. So the doors are probably the doorknobs are little. But as you open it, like you'll adjust to the size. So in the psychic,
sort of Alice in Wonderland it a little
Alice
bit.
in Wonderland it. Yep, exactly.
Got it.
Yep. You definitely like kind of like a cartoon of Wile E. Coyote being flushed down the toilet. Like, think that when you enter in, like you kind of spiral into a thin little
Great description.
thing and blast in. Anything else before we move on? Cool. Psychic projections, rules and consequences. Psychic death. So if your psychic projection dies, not your material self, but your psychic self dies, meaning you entered in through someone else's dick, you've entered in through your own dick, you've split yourself, and then your psychic self dies. Your material self survives, but they become feeble-minded. And feeble-minded means that your intelligence and charisma drop to 1. You are unable to speak or communicate at all. You are cured, and this can be cured only by greater restoration, heal, or wish, which are all spells that are of too high level for any of you to cast. And every 30 days, you can make a DC 15 intelligence save to try and beat this. Granted, bear in mind that your intelligence will be a 1, so it's a -5 to your intelligence roll. So essentially, that autonomous form that your material self is, that becomes you. That's you. So you're just like a drooling idiot oaf who just follows people around. You can still follow your friends. You can still defend yourself very rudimentarily, but you're a fucking idiot and you're basically no brain. One other thing that happens is that your personal cerebral kingdom is obliterated and becomes totally barren. If anybody goes in there, it will just be black. Nothing. Because your psychic self is gone. You have no unconscious landscape. And the feeble-minded are unable to enter into a mind using their own dick because they don't have a psychic self to split into. They have to go in with someone else's dick. Any questions about dying as a psychic projection?
No.
None. Cool.
So if you
Sorry,
could like
why?
find a wizard or something, like a higher level wizard, and be like, "Can you heal our friend?"
Right.
Okay.
Sorry, why can you only enter your own, or why can you not enter using your own dick if you're feeble-minded?
So when you enter using your own dick, it is basically the advantage to using your own dick is twofold. Number one, you don't have to use the checks because it's not an actual material object entering into someone's mind. It's just like a psychic object. And
Oh, but
because
if your psychic projection's dead.
and because exactly
That's
because
another-
if your psychic projection's dead, then you can't actually split in and put a psychic projection in there because you don't have one.
Got it.
Cool. Psychic items. So this is, I tried so many times to word this better. I couldn't. This is the best I could word this. So, basically just consider what's like the least favorable outcome for me with regards to psychic items. And that's what this is. So, psychic items acquired in the psychic plane. So items can be psychic projections of objects or material objects. Psychic items in the psychic plane that you acquire, like let's say you're in Ear Talk's Mind Dungeon and you find a fucking giant ass sword that's sick and you use it in Ear Talk's Mind Dungeon. When you return to the material plane, it's gone. It does not come with you. It's gone. Additionally, psychic projections of material objects, meaning when you enter in through your own dick, you become a psychic projection of yourself with all the items that you originally had. If you use that item, the psychic projection of that item, your autonomous material self will get rid of that item in one way or another. They'll use it also, or they will drop it in a river or whatever. So if a psychic bandit steals the psychic projection of your favorite item, your material self will ditch the item as well, and it will be gone. So your items are basically always at risk. Lastly, psychic projections of material items that you sell in the psychic plane to obtain psychic currency, gold pieces. Your autonomous self will also sell those items. And when you return from the psychic world to the material plane, you will have the money earned from selling that object, but it might not be the same amount because he's a fucking idiot or she is a fucking idiot and might have sold it for 2 gold pieces. And it's like, no, dude, that thing's worth 1,000 gold pieces. So they will sell it, but it might not be for the same amount. So that's items. Yeah.
Question. This, like, let's take the selling of items as an example.
Yeah.
Does it just magically happen for us, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't, or is it like in the psychic realm, I just sold my sword for 2 gold pieces, and in the material realm, Phineas is like, I gotta go, and like finds a store and like sells it for 2 gold pieces.
That's exactly what. It's the second one. Yep. 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 So things like that, like I said earlier, like severe, extreme, stimulus can cross over between the two. It's going to, with regards to your possessions, we'll consider that extreme stimulus. So when you sell something, he'll sell something. When you
That's
give
cool.
something away,
That's funny.
he'll give something away.
Yeah, so your real self is doing what it can to support your like psychotic, divergent
Yeah,
like ideas.
It's
exactly.
being like translated, sort of.
Yeah, your material self is very much like a tuning fork to the world around it, including the psychic world. And so it will just get like an unconscious desire to sell something and not really try to question it, because it has essentially your autonomous material self is feeble-minded, essentially. It's not thinking for itself. It's not particularly charismatic. It can still communicate, but in general, it's just
Is it like your feeble self is is thinking that it's, in this market inside of somebody's
No.
head?
Like,
So
no.
it's not like it's fooling itself.
No, it's not it's not having delusions or hallucinations, I'll say. It's
Yeah.
not having hallucinations. It's more like it's having delusions. Or not delusions, but it's just responding to instinct. And that's kind of all that it does. Doesn't have a mind of its own. It only responds to instinct. So when your psychic self does certain things, your material self is going to do them as well.
So if you come back, are you aware of both things that happen?
No, there's no awareness in the autonomous mind. There's no awareness in that mind.
Okay, right.
So you just maintain only your psychic self's like memories for the most part. Not in any. Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe the memories maintain because they're pathways in the brain or whatever, and also when you merge, hopefully it just won't matter.
Yeah.
But if it does, we can address it. But it's a good question. But right now I'm thinking, no, you're not aware.
Your feeble mind is just like doing what it can to support this like psychic existence.
Yeah, your autonomous mind. There's no driver in the cockpit. It's like an AI operating it that has like studied your actions. It's not conscious, but it's still you.
Cool.
Awesome. So that's what happens to your psychic shit. Do you have another question, Pat?
Nope, sorry.
Oh, okay.
That was a stretch.
Oh, okay.
So we raise our hands here.
All right, the next page. Who can I use my dick on? We have a willing mind. So if there's a mind that is willing to get entered through a dick, it can attempt to make that transition easier for the people entering into it materially. And so it's going to roll a wisdom, intelligence, or charisma check against its own save DC and see if it can like outsmart its own mind to allow it to like chill the fuck out when the next couple people enter in. The DC is going to be 8 plus your proficiency plus the wisdom, intelligence, or charisma modifier, whichever one you use. So you roll against your own spell save DC, basically.
That's cool.
And a success will allow material creatures to only take half damage on failed entry checks. So they'll still take damage, but it'll be halved. Unwilling mind. An unwilling mind automatically rejects any material object from entering. Cannot enter through someone else's dick into an unwilling mind. An unwilling mind can even attempt to stop psychic objects from entering, so specifically hostile psychic objects, forcing them to roll all the checks that a material object would with disadvantage. Don't fucking do it. I mean, I know you're gonna.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
How are we defining an unwilling mind? Because if I put someone to sleep, their mind might not necessarily be.
Oh,
unwilling.
we'll get to someone sleeping.
Okay, cool.
If they are a hostile creature, then they are unwilling. If they're actively hostile towards you. So what I'm trying to stop here is you're in a fight, you're about to lose. I fucking throw the door on his brain and jump in.
Okay.
As dope as that would be, I don't want to fucking deal with that.
All right, fine. Yeah, that's cool.
So that's the unwilling mind. I mean, you can do it, but it's going to be very difficult, and you will very likely die.
And the point of the doors is for all of us to like heal our own like problems in life.
That's right, but as we've seen here,
The spirit.
some people just can't fucking help themselves.
That's really weird. I don't know what you're talking about.
So willing mind, unwilling mind, neutral mind. This would be like a guard. You put him to sleep. You go into his mind. He's not willing. He's not unwilling. doesn't know you, has nothing known about you. It's just standard rules. The standard rules that we have for entering. Material objects, roll the checks. Psychic projections, using your own dick, just waltz in. Yep, no idea what you're going to find in there, but that'll be kind of funny. Feeble mind. When you enter into a feeble mind, you have an advantage on all the checks. Yeah, there's not a lot going on there. You're just going to have advantage on the checks. I considered making it that you can just get in for free. But I think still like the crunching and swirling toilet is like enough to need to make a check if you're going from the material to the psychic plane. So we'll give advantages. So willing mind, unwilling mind, neutral mind, feeble mind, and then this is the most important one, self. So you can use your dick on yourself. When you use your own dick on yourself, that's the easiest way to get your entire party into your mind. While your own dick is open, if you put your own dick on your head and open it, it's fucking free entry to Six Flags, baby. It's gates are open. Come on in. Anything can go in there. Anything at all. It's wide open. You're very vulnerable. And there will be no contest whatsoever. Free fucking entry. When you then enter into your own mind through your own dick, so you're gonna put the thing on your head, you're gonna open the door. It fucking opens inward, by the way, so that'll be weird. When you enter into your own dick, the door closes and is destroyed. Permanently. Gone. So that's yeah.
Wait,
how
hold
do you enter into your own? Would you just put your hand in there and just like?
on. Just
And you get
swallow
slurped. You get slurped in. Yep.
You just
But
start
that's-
folding into like all these little smaller folds.
When you enter into your own mind, you split because you're using your own door. It's just a psychic projection of yourself will be in there.
Oh.
Your physical self will remain in.
But then the door is destroyed and
Door destroyed.
Well, I guess you're back in your psychic self, so you're like normal.
You're inside of your psychic self. No, it's not normal because you're like third personing inside yourself. It's
but then
a weird
you're stuck
time.
there.
Yeah, it's like your conscious self is walking around in your subconscious is what that's going to be
Jeez.
like. Is walking around
Okay.
looking at your own subconscious.
But it's
And
destroyed.
when you do that,
but
the door is
also open.
destroyed.
No, the door is
Okay.
destroyed once it closes.
Once it closes.
Yep. So
So if it remains open, it's open for everyone.
right, but when you enter into your own mind, it closes. So you open it, everyone gets in, and then you're last.
Free use. And
You're
then
going-
you're last to go, and it closes, and it's
Closes, gone.
And then
How
you
do you
don't
get
have a dick
out?
anymore.
And then you no longer have a dick. You're dickless after that.
destroyed. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Not really how I thought I'd lose it, but
Yep. So that means that after that, you can only enter into minds through someone else's dick. But
Someone
if they're
else's dick.
opening it themselves, then you get to go in
Pay
for
them.
free. Yep. But if someone else is
But you can never enter, according to the next bullet point, you can never enter your own mind
through
again.
someone else's dick. That's right.
if your own is destroyed and you somehow manage to get out. I don't even know what that would be like.
I
Can't
don't
get back
think
in.
that you will. I don't think that you will.
So just don't do it to yourself.
No. Enter into your own mind using your own dick because that's the only way that you can get in there.
but leaves the door open.
So the idea is you're holding the door open, both physically and metaphysically, for everyone to come in, and then you go in behind them last. You opening the door, your own mental door, will basically shut down your mind's defenses and be like, oh, it's all good. Everyone can come in, and then you go in last, and then it's fucking dungeon time. And it's like you're committed to the dungeon.
But then the door's closed and destroyed.
The door is closed and destroyed, and you're in the psychic world, and there is no door.
And it looks like there is a way to get out that's not through a door.
Don't read ahead.
Okay.
There is a way to get out.
Because I think that's what we were all thinking.
Yeah, completing the dungeon reveals an exit, but we'll get to that. So, willing mind, unwilling mind, neutral mind, feeble mind, self, and finally, the planet. So you can enter into the collective psychic plane of the entire planet through a special dick at the at the top of the Spire Beyond. It should say at the tip of the Spire Beyond. At the tip, the dick tip. The tip
at the urethra.
Yes. You have to climb it's a very precarious frenulum on the way up, but you'll get there.
It's very slippery.
The material location of the Spire Beyond is revealed to each individual who completes their personal journey within their own psyche. So you guys saw the psychic projection of the Spire Beyond. You will be able to see it in the physical world once you clear your mind, basically. The Spire itself is devastatingly dangerous. Do not enter without careful consideration.
I didn't hear a single word you said.
It's in caps, dude. The only other thing in caps is the word dick. That's how serious I am. Don't enter without careful. If you entered into it now, you would die so fucking fast. It's crazy, and I'm not even just saying that. It's like there would be a very fast death. So that's the final boss of this campaign is going to be essentially going up that spire. So you can technically
into the planet's collective psyche.
That's right, into the planet's collective psyche for you to hopefully heal from the scourge that the Order of Psychic Savants accidentally unleashed on the world. Great. So that is who you can use the dick on. And then finally, what everybody is interested in, the last section here, there's 3 quick things. The first thing is exiting a mind. So when a mind is entered and the door is closed, I didn't mention this. When the door closes, it basically deactivates. So unless you're entering your own mind in which the door is destroyed, when you enter into someone else's mind, your door will deactivate. You can't leave the way that you came in. So if you close the door, and then it goes into your pocket and is back to being just a door. Can't use it on stuff. Don't worry. I know what you're fucking thinking, Patrick, and that's the next section.
Don't worry about
it. Literally next section. So just fucking chill out. So when a mind is entered and the door is closed, the exit will be revealed upon the collection of several minor figments and 1 key figment. So the dungeon will essentially have different items, figments of the individual's imagination or whatever, or they might just be called figments, and you have to go and collect them. And there's probably going to be 3 minor and 1 major key figment, and that's to railroad you guys into doing the dungeon the way that I want you to fucking do it, okay? I call the shots here. And the figments must be assembled willingly by the mind's owner. So what this means is that if you enter into someone else's mind, and you close the fucking door, you live there now. You fucking live there. That's it. You can't get out. There's no way to get out. You're stuck there. Okay. So don't do it without the mind.
If the door's open, can you just jump back out?
If the door's open, you can jump back out. So you can poke your little head in, have a little peek, and then pop back out.
Bananas.
Now, alternatively, the other way to get out of a mind is to obliterate the psyche of the individual whose mind you're occupying. So
like
that
blow it all up.
What?
Like just blow everything up?
Blow the whole thing up or kill their psychic projection. So remember, if a psychic projection is eliminated, the owner becomes feeble-minded. Their cerebral landscape is obliterated and becomes
psychic projection of themselves.
Yes. So Exactly.
They'll have like a lot of psychic projections. Like it could be their mom or something.
No, it
right?
has to be of themselves. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So the only way that this would happen is if you are in the mind of someone who went in there with you. So, for example, if you're in Phineas's mind and you guys are maybe going to die there, you can kill Phineas's psychic projection in that mind. It will obliterate his world and he'll become feeble-minded.
So you can sacrifice your friend to get out.
Yes, and an exit will be revealed. It will not be considered a dungeon complete, but it's like a cost that you'll have to do in order to start a dungeon over if you're ill prepared.
Yeah, and we would have to be we would be trying to figure out how to fix our friend, and that would be
exactly
horrible.
Yeah, you would have to fix them. They would be feeble-minded, which is not a fun gameplay like mechanic to play as. So yeah, but that is a panic button situation. So yeah, we'll see if I like that. I'm not sure.
It's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool.
That's pretty tight.
And might I kind of want it to always be in your mind. Like, is this the true solution to the puzzle here? Do I just fucking shoot myself in the face? Is that how I solve the dungeon? And then you maybe do it, maybe don't. I don't know.
You're probably gonna actually drive us crazy, the players, not even the characters.
Maybe. Anyways, that's that laugh. All right, next section. Can I do some wacky Inception shit? All right. So putting a dick on the psychic projection of another character will have no effect. Putting a dick on a material creature that's currently occupying someone else's mind will work. And I'm going to regret that. So if you're in someone's mind, you can then go inside the mind of someone that's inside the mind of someone else.
Will that then create two feeble-minded creatures?
How would it
right? Because
or autonomy.
You've got one autonomous being up top, you've got another autonomous being within the mind, and now you've got your full psychic being.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. So that would be a very dangerous option because whoever's mind you enter
you're doubly susceptible.
Will be basically autonomous within the mind of someone else, which is generally a not super safe place.
Yeah,
sounds like a lot of huts.
Faculties about you.
Yeah. So that is that's a very so if you're it's a very Phineas thing to do. If you're very scared and you're in a fight, you can hide inside of Elva's mind. You just jump in and hide there.
And then you are faced with even scarier people.
Yep.
Classic Phineas.
Yep. Classic. Your psychic and material selves cannot occupy the same plane simultaneously. This was a late addition because if you enter into a mind using your own dick and then your autonomous self goes in also, there could be two of you.
Fuck.
So I just said no. No. Anytime they occupy the same plane, they're merged. And the material self, in terms of their capabilities and items, takes precedent.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I was worried about having two Phineases, and one of them's feeble-minded.
If you're worried though,
one of them's a dipshit.
If you're worried about leaving your dummy autonomous self in the material world, and you use your dick to go into somebody, could you also be like, "Come here, buddy," and have your body come through as well, and then now you're material in.
So you're bypassing the checks.
That's a really interesting point. Guys, I have to poop so ferociously right now and also think about what you just said. I'm going to do that really quick. Sorry. It will be a fast poop, I promise.
I've never known you to have a fast poop.
Is he a slow pooper?
He's a very slow pooper. He also, he's got a whole ritual.
He does?
So, There's a whole ritual around it, so I think there's some dilly-dallying.
Check your messages.
Exactly. He has his bidet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about his bidet, dude.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when we were at a party and he rolls up with his mobile bidet and
Did
walked
he
up to
bring
my
his bidet to a party?
dude. He brought it. It was like my birthday party or something, like at my apartment with Jay, and we're like hanging out in the kitchen. He's like, he just walks up. He's like, "Yo, can I just use your sink real quick?" And like goes over to the sink and like fills up this little thing. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And it's a mobile bidet. That like,
Yeah.
is this the same one that he has, or do you guys have like a permanent house one?
The house actually came with bidets. So I
That's
think
why you
that's
bought it.
why
That's why you
that's
guys
why
bought
we bought it.
it.
Yeah,
This
they had
fucking
already
guy,
like installed bidets on the toilets here, so it was meant to be.
dude. I could not. I could not get over the fact he's filling his fucking butt cleaner in my kitchen sink, just like it's a glass of water. He's like, "What? You're
What
gonna
does
start
it
Yeah.
look
blowing it
Yeah,
on
like?
my
can I fill
butt?"
the bidet up? Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
the
he still has
mobile
that thing. He
bidet?
uses that for vacations.
I'm gonna Google this. I
It's
gotta
You're
say,
good.
Paul preached the bidet to me years ago, and I was like, whatever. And now I'm into it.
Yeah. We have so now that we have them like on our toilets here, I've started using it and I'm like, okay, this is nice. Except that our water pressure at our house, when we had our home inspection done, they were like, your water pressure is like actually dangerously high. So that's one of the things on the list. So when we first like were trying the bidets, it was a little horrifying.
it's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, a little invasive.
It's a little blast.
We
Yeah.
had high water pressure at our last apartment, but I would just like tap it so lightly.
Exactly. You have to like
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You can't go full throttle.
That's so.
Can't even go to like the first full notch.
No.
Otherwise, I'm like, you're gonna empty me.
So is it one of these things that looks like a giant electric toothbrush?
Yes,
Yeah,
Got it.
it's got like
yeah. It's
his
like
has
that,
like a
and then it like
blue
flips
container,
out.
right? Yeah, it like collapses and then the nozzle like
He
flips
must
out.
have just gotten it. For him to bring it to a party is pretty extra.
He must have been pretty excited about it, but it was
Yeah.
still disgusting. I was so repulsed by that. Get your fucking butt cleaner out of my dishes.
You guys talking about bidets?
We're talking about your mobile bidet and the time that you filled it up at my house.
Of course.
Fucking sleep.
If I brought it to your house, where else would I fill it up?
I mean, that
Why did
is
you bring it
logically sound, but that's really not the issue.
But the premise is sus.
The
Means
logic is not what that question.
I was planning on shitting at your house.
Yeah. That's true too. I didn't even think about that aspect. You had planned on shitting at my home.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
don't
want to
know.
just shit in advance.
I don't know what.
Could you fill it with like Molly water or something? And
Oh
goof it?
wow! Just blast it right in there. Really have a time.
That's a great question.
some
You
party
can-
poops? You trying to have some party poops?
You can fill it with whatever you want. Some mushroom tea. All of a sudden, your butt starts tripping. I don't know.
That's nice.
I'm not saying no.
Your butt. Just your butt is tripping.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Your psychic self is fine, but your material
material
butt
self is confused.
Your autonomous butt is.
is.
Your autonomous butt is confused. So I thought about the question that you asked, Ellie, with regards to can you usher in your material self through the plane? That's totally fine. You can definitely do that. You do not bypass the checks because your material self will have to make the checks when it passes through, since it is a material object going through. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It cannot go in because it doesn't have, if it's the same reason that a feeble-minded individual cannot pass through their own dick. It doesn't have a psychic self to split off. It's empty head. So it can't go in through. It could go in through someone else's dick and then merge with you, but it would have to make the checks that material objects have to make when passing through dicks. And once it arrived, you would merge with it, making you more vulnerable in that psychic world because you'd now be a material object that can fucking die. Your psychic projection you can't die. It's pretty dope.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like the owner of the mind, I guess kind of has a advantage if you go into your own mind being generally indestructible. If you're ever a psychic projection in a mind, you're safe from death. But you'll just become feeble.
And you
But
can only do that in your own mind.
Yeah, to pass through a dick, you like both parts of you need to be together and then split as you go through the dick.
Exactly. Yep. Both parts of you need to exist and be together, because when you go through your own dick, you split.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess then that's an interesting question, because once you're in someone else's mind, you're no longer a physical being, right? You're
That's right.
then just a psychic person, so you cannot then go into another head because there's nothing to split, right?
When you go into someone else's mind, your material self comes with you.
Actually,
It doesn't, right?
No.
Your material self stays in the material plane, and your psychic self is
That's
in a mind, and then so you can't then split your psychic self into two pieces. So you can't double down inception shit because there's nothing to split there.
Yeah. And
Right?
Yeah. But can you enter in through someone else's dick? So when you enter in through your own dick, that's where you get split. But when you enter in through someone else's dick, there's no split.
Oh,
you're just
you're
hurled
both
in.
Oh, okay, got it. All right. Got it.
So I'm wondering, does your psychic projection have free access through other people's doors because you're not? No, it doesn't. But it automatically succeeds the Constitution check. That's what we'll go with on this. So if your psychic projection, you're in someone else's mind. See, this is why it took me so fucking long, Ellie, to write this shit. This is why I was tearing my fucking hair out.
Yeah,
And why this document is 5 goddamn pages long and we're still coming up with shit. Yeah, so if your psychic self is in someone else's mind and then someone puts a door on someone's head, your psychic projection can go through that secondary door, automatically succeeds the Constitution check, still has to succeed on one of the other saving throws that a material object would normally have to make, because the mind will be aware of your entrance and will put up its defenses. That's how that's going to play out.
Okay.
Yeah, this is why there's 5 editions of D&D.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But by the way, feel free to do all this stuff and make me have to figure out what the fuck happens. You know what I mean? You abuse the rules.
My other thought is, when you go into your own mind, so you split, your psychic self's here, your autonomous self's hanging out. Can that autonomous self get us? Like, if, let's say, me and Peneus go into my brain, we're hanging out. My autonomous self is hanging out with Ear Talk. Elva puts a door on Ear Talk's head and says, "Come on in, autonomous Ellie." And can my psychic self be in this brain and my autonomous self be in another one?
Yes.
But you're probably not going to do so well on those checks.
But my autonomous self's not going to do great. Yeah.
Right. Your autonomous self your autonomous self and and being feeble-minded are different in terms of the mechanics. You don't have an intelligence and charisma of 1.
Oh.
That's only if you're feeble-minded. But role-playing wise, they're similar. Role-playing wise, they differ in that your autonomous self can communicate. Feeble-minded cannot. Feeble-minded is significantly worse. You are a vegetable. You're basically a comatose vegetable that can still walk. That's it. Like, feeble-minded is not good.
I think we should all take our doors and just throw them in the river.
You can definitely do that too.
Just
some little child finds one. He gets ripped in half and some fishes fucking oh, devastating. All right, cool. So obviously, can I do some wacky Inception shit being 4 lines long? Not long enough. And maybe this is where Kaylee Crystal can maybe pad up the rules a little bit on the next edition. What to do if your mind is unwillingly occupied? All right, so this is challenging. If an enemy occupies your mind, they will have their own door, their own dick would be on your mind, And if you recall, minds cannot take more than one door. So you are essentially just at the mercy of this bad guy rooting around in your fucking subconscious. Now, that doesn't seem particularly fun. So I've added a small Inception style situation here, which is that your material form in the material plane cannot receive an additional door. But if your material form goes into the psychic plane, it can receive another door if it's on a different like layer. You know what I'm saying? So you normally can only receive one door, but if you go inside the mind of someone else, then you can receive a second door. So however, this is basically just to allow you to be able to have any recourse against an invader of your mind. You have to go into someone else's mind and then go into your own mind, and then you can fight the guy. So it'll just be very dangerous.
They have to go through the challenge of entering an unwilling mind.
Yes, which is
You
extremely
gotta be
difficult.
asleep or something.
Oh, so somebody's in me. I say, we got to get in here, but I already got a door on me. Let's pop into ear talk. And then in there, you can get into me.
Yes.
Wow, there's a lot of penetrating going on.
It's a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
a lot.
everyone's gonna be inside each
Dick
other.
penetrating.
Everyone's gonna be inside of everyone by the end of this campaign. That was honestly I have the original rules that we went over, and it was I want everyone inside me at one point. That I think Pat, you had said that was a requirement of the campaign.
Our like hopes for the campaign.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to? The penetration mainly, but
Mostly
the
dick
role playing and
penetration.
combat sound fun too. But it's mostly the penetration.
If it works, but
Yeah, right.
mostly penetration.
Now, dicks that are on someone's head and closed can be made visible in the material world with the help of true sight or other means of detecting magically invisible objects. So things like detect magic, or like if you need to, whatever way you could detect a cloaked item will also reveal a little glowing rectangle on the back of your head. So if someone like uses detect magic at some point, and then it's like you also see a glowing rectangle on the back of Ganon's head, well, there's a fucking bad guy in there, and he's messing with you. Like
Jesus
it's
Christ.
kind of a situation. Yeah, it's pretty spooky. Yes. And then you'll want to have to deal with that. I might rework how to like get in through that fucking door, and if you guys, I encourage you to try things like, I'm just gonna fucking whack him on the back of the head and see if I can bash my way into that magical door or something like that. Maybe there's another way to get in besides going into a mind and then going into a mind and whatever. I thought of having magical crowbars and shit to pry open unwilling doors, but I don't think so. So I don't really know what to do. But that's
I think the 2 tiers of checks.
The 2 tiers of checks, and then you're
With
also
disadvantage.
autonomous self is inside of someone else's mind. It's a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it probably won't happen. I mean, think of what it was probably not gonna happen, you guys. Those are the rules of the dicks, everybody.
Those are great dick rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
Thanks for
done.
putting that together.
Yeah, for
Great
sure.
Very
buttoned
cool.
up, dude. Good job.
This is gonna be really trippy and fun.
Yeah. Honestly, the main use of the dicks and how they are intended to be used is just to enter into your own mind and bring the party in there and complete your personal dungeon. That is like, it's
Yeah, we'll
safe.
see about that.
There's not a lot of rules. You just go in and it's all good. That's the main way to use it.
Yeah,
But
because Kaylee Crystal Kenzie gave us these doors with the intent of like, you got to clean up your shit before you're able to help us with the
yeah, that's exactly
thing.
right. So it's probably an oopsie on her part to even be suggesting all of this other uses for these doors.
Yeah.
She should probably just not have said that they work on other people or anything like that. But whatever, here they are.
So the point being, you usher your party into your own mind to help work out your your vices or whatever it might be, but you really just get that one chance to dive into that mind dungeon because it closes and is destroyed behind you. So you can't really give it an honest try without risking destroying
You get one shot.
the door.
Well,
Because
you
you
could
have to
still
either
come
hold
back
it
into your
open
own
and not go
mind. You just would
in.
have to use someone else's door, and you would have to come in. But wait.
No, you cannot enter your own mind through someone else's door. So
Um,
you would no longer be allowed in. I think that sucks, though.
I think it's kind of cool. It ups the stakes.
But then, like, what? Then the rest of the party has to complete your mind dungeon without you? That
Well,
would blow.
I wonder then
Well-
if that would open an opportunity for like you guys need to find another door. You know, like you have to talk to find Haley Crystal.
But
whatever.
like, Ear Talk can only go into his mind with his door.
What I mean is like,
Maybe I'll.
let's
take
say
that
you
out.
go in, you fail. I guess you're either dying, right?
No,
Yeah, like, there's
become
no-
I mean,
evil.
you
have
could
to
take the
either
risk of
die
leaving
or-
the door open, right?
But then Ear Talk can't go in. Once Ear Talk, I keep saying
Right.
Ear Talk, but whoever's mind it is, for all intents and purposes, we're going into Ear Talk's mind. The only way for Ear Talk to get in automatically closes the door. Can't leave
Gotcha.
it open.
So then
Um,
the only
You're
once
committed
that
to finishing the
Yeah.
dungeon, or you all end up feeble-minded.
yeah.
No, or Ear Talk is the only one that would be feeble-minded. Everyone else is material when they enter in through your dick.
So we would just be
You would just be dead.
dead.
Oh, dead. Yeah, so even worse.
Yeah, you would be dead. But if Ear Talk
But
dies,
this is where the like kill yourself and get everybody out thing.
exactly. If Ear Talk dies in his dungeon, the psyche is obliterated and everybody can exit. But then Ear Talk
I think that's fucking cool.
Ear
I-
Talk
Yeah,
is
I like that part of it.
I would
the
not change that. I think that's
Man.
fucking dope. And it
Yeah.
ups
So
the
if you're
stakes.
not going into somebody's mind prepared for what you're about to deal with, the person whose mind you're going into is probably going to have to kill themselves.
probably.
It's psychically.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Okay.
the idea of being able to retry a dungeon, I think maybe we'll remove the thing where it's impossible to enter your own mind through someone else's dick. I was doing that because I was worried about so much abuse. If you go in to Ear Talk goes into his own mind through Peneus's door. Now Ear Talk's in his own mind with his own door. What the fuck like is about to happen here? I couldn't even think about it, so I was just like, fuck that. No, it's your own door. Or bust.
Your mic is cutting out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. I was like worried about if Ear Talk were to go into his own mind using Peneus's door, and then what? Then his physical self gets sucked up into himself, his own mind. Like, how would that even? What, he Ouroboros like vanish? How the fuck would that?
Yeah.
It just like was very confusing to me.
Yeah.
And then Ear Talk having a door, his own door, while inside of his own mind. I have no fucking clue either. So maybe the door isn't destroyed when it closes. Maybe it's destroyed when you solve the dungeon. Then your door is destroyed. Maybe we'll just change it like that.
Gives us a chance to.
Because
So-
I mean, yeah, bailing should probably be an option.
Bailing would still be an option because if you use your door, you don't have possession of it while you're in. You wouldn't have possession of it while you're in that psychic realm. But then when
So the only way to get out is to complete it or
kill yourself.
Panic
In which
button.
case, then Ear Talk, for example, you would be feeble-minded. But if you were able to cure the feeble-mindedness, and then you would have the door, and you guys could try it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the stakes are still pretty high because if you make an attempt, you either have to win or die or leave one of our friends feeble-minded.
Yeah, exactly. There was an additional thing that I had added here, and I guess I did not save. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna leave it out. I think I took it out. Now I'm remembering why. So I'll save that.
Yeah, this is already a lot to absorb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's like I said, for the most part, these doors are just here to be like, let's start the ear talk dungeon. Let's start
Okay,
the
cool.
Mganet dungeon, and then it's like you guys go in, and now it's Mganet dungeon, and there's no getting out.
Yeah,
That's for the most
we'll
part
see.
what they're used
We'll
for.
see how we use it for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate your input.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Cool. Yes. Yeah, it's a lot to absorb. But just try shit. What's the worst that could happen?
Sweet.
You die.
You
and
all
your body
die,
is,
and one
your,
of you is
your
feeble-minded.
body is irrevocably stranded inside of someone's mind
Yeah.
somehow. Yeah, that's pretty horrible.
Look around and find out.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine? Oh my God, if someone died and then, I don't know how time works, but it would be really interesting if someone died in someone's mind, but time passes way slower in the mind or faster or whatever, so that ear talk, if you could potentially like get out of the mind, grab some diamonds, get back in the mind, revivify the person that's in the mind. Like, I don't know, dude. It could be all
That's
kinds
an
of crazy
interesting question
shit.
too. Is it
How's-
1-to-1 the time?
Yeah, I think it is 1-to-1 because otherwise the material self and psychic self like co-interactions would
Yeah, they need to.
make
Right.
sense. All of a sudden, like your material self sells 5 things, breaks his arm, and like runs away to Japan or whatever.
Yeah,
All
but
in 10 all in
the
10
material
seconds.
self would need the time to like go to the store.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. So
Exactly.
1-to-1. All right, cool.
Cool.
We're
So
gonna see what happens.
Sweet. So should we play D&D now, or
yeah, we have 55 minutes left in our session.
nice?
Describing rules is like a very big portion of D&D though.
It is. Yeah.
Fair. Especially these ones that are going to affect us for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope
important.
that works. Anyhow, great. So Kaylee Crystal Kenzie is like, okay, you guys, it was like Soup's the dankest, like tightest shit ever to meet you. Like we really need you guys. The world really needs you guys, and you're all like pretty like well adjusted and shit, and that's like dope. So just like a couple little tweaks here and there. Try not to be super spooked, and make sure, by the way, Pineus, he's gonna be out there, and just relay this information to him, so before he can do anything, reckless or silly. And cool.
How long have we been here? Because if it's been more than 30 seconds, I think he's already done.
Okay. Well,
We should probably get back right quick.
okie dokie. Hey, see you later, alligators. And she claps, and you all wake up. You're all gonna wake up. Now, Gannett, you fell asleep in your room. Pineus, you fell asleep in the skeet retreat.
Checks out.
And Ear Talk, you fell asleep in your room down the hall from Gannett. And Elva's asleep in the ski retreat as well. So Ear Talk, you wake up and and you just see Pineus is in your room, and he's just standing there, just kind of looking out the window, yeah.
Right, so there's nothing telling me that somebody has entered my brain through their dick.
Do you want to check?
Yeah.
You want to put your hand on the back of your head, or the front
I
of your head?
guess
Who knows?
Ear Talk might not know. I guess, yeah.
You've had
She-
all of
she
this
just-
described.
She just explained the whole rules to us.
Mm-hmm.
So now seeing an autonomy of Naeus, yeah, I think Ear Talk is going to be like, oh no.
Are you sure he's autonomous?
Oh no.
I mean, it's.
Oh no.
immediately knows just seeing him staring out the window.
With a little drool dripping down his fucking chin.
Literally, the second after we got downloaded with all these rules.
He's like,
Yeah.
I
So,
would like to feel for a dick on my head.
all right, cool. So you reach.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh yeah. Sorry, I had I meant to make it even doubly clear that Kaylee Crystal, before you guys left, was pretty adamant about, like, remember, it's really important that you use your own door, or it's a lot more dangerous. So please just use your own door and try to use it only on yourself. Okay, toodles. And then she left. Anyhow, so you reach up and you feel for a door. On the back of your head, you're feeling your head, and it's pretty fucked up, dude, because all of a sudden, like, there's a ledge and you can, like, reach in and, like, your fingers go in, and you, like, kind of, it's pretty freaky. So you kind of jerk away and you're like, oh, what the fuck? In that moment, when you're like, oh, what the fuck? You sort of, like, see the autonomous self of Peneus kind of, like, shift a little bit and, like, look around, and he sees you, Ear Talk, just, like, sitting on the bed fucking staring at him, like, very much awake, and the door has closed on the back of your head, and you're now just kind of in the room with Peneus.
The door has closed.
Yeah.
And Phineas is now like, is he like conscious again? Is he's like looking around?
Yeah. And there's a little bit of pee-pee in your pants.
Yeah. So I would think Phineas sees Ear Talk and he's like, dude, holy fucking shit. You have no idea what the fuck I just saw. These things are fucking cool. Do you know that? You can go into people's heads.
What did you see?
Dude, I saw shit that you've never even heard of. Well, you've probably heard of it. Maybe you've heard of it. I don't really know what I saw. It looked like, you know, in The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, when you go and it's like everything's sort of dead when you go into the future. It looked like that. Only there were two things, and it was just one building was like a fucked up church, and then there was another like fucking casino in there.
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
So, dude, that was super fucked up. What did that chick tell you? Anything cool?
Yeah, I would basically use these carefully.
Oh,
Can I like be knock on their door? Like I'm
Definitely.
going up down the hall.
Oh,
so I'm-
100%. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gannett knocks on the door immediately. Yes, for sure.
Guys, let me in.
hey, get it, dude. These things, you go into people's heads, and Pinacia just says like literally the exact same things.
Okay.
Careful with that, Phineas. It's not a toy.
I don't know. It felt like a pretty cool toy, but I'll be honest with you. When I got in there at Ear Talk's head, I was like super brave, but I was like, you know what? I don't think I should be here without my buddies. I don't want them to miss out on any of it. So I now I'm back.
There's a lot of really complicated rules that KKK just explained to us. And,
Kaylee.
Just
and you should be careful because it's we could die in there and in each other's brains and we'll explain it all to you over maybe some sippy cups, but we can't just be jumping into each other's brains like that.
I don't know, man. I just jumped in and it was super fucking cool.
Well,
And I'm here. Look,
basically,
everything's fine. I don't know what Kaylee told you, but it seems pretty chill.
Ear Talk is feeling like kind of violated, and also the mention of the church is sort of bringing up feelings that he has been suppressing for a little while. So he sort of starts to go into like a blue funk. And
Here, talk. What's up, dude?
I don't know. Why did you do that?
Dude, I got a new toy. You ever get a new toy on Christmas and like you wake up and you just want to play with it? And I woke up and I was running around and the first person I saw was you and I popped it on you and I popped in.
Well, what if I popped it on you?
I don't think you should do that. That'd be pretty fucked up. That's gross.
Phineas, make a deception roll.
Okay, hold on.
You can just
Fucking
go into
plus-
your. Oh no,
yeah.
you have to go to skills. Yeah. Holy shit. Ear talk. I guess make an insight check.
That's 11?
Yeah. What the
Dude,
fuck?
holy shit.
You should not have +1 on that. That is a mistake. It should only be +10.
Is it Jack of all trades?
Yeah, but Jack of all trades applies to things that you don't have proficiency on. So,
Okay, got it.
I'm now realizing that's why I had taken that effect off of you.
Got it. Just too much power.
Just too much power. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good fucking
Skill
insight check,
deception.
though.
Yeah. That's still beat. Okay, cool. Everything that that Panay said checks out for you, Ear Talk. By the way, autonomous individuals, I'm still just gonna have you play as them. I'm not gonna like say what you do. Just try and get in the mind of like don't do extraordinary shit. Just behave normally and like within the realm of just trying to blend in almost.
Autonomy.
Yeah, that's even funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys can make insight checks on each other to see whether or not they are like autonomous or like fully inhabited. That was not the insight check
if
you were
anyone ever
rolling.
says something like stupid or sus, you can be like,
Hang
I
on.
want to investigate.
Right.
Yeah. Like, Panais, you didn't try to scam me just then. What's going on? It's really odd. Ear Talk, you haven't. But Ear Talk, that insight check that I had you roll there was just to see if you were believing what Panais was saying.
Okay, yeah, so I get Ear Talk feels a little bit better and less violated.
Yeah. Great.
Dude, we should use this on everyone. We should take this door and we should put it on a whole bunch of people. But mostly, like, we should find someone who's, like, super chill and, like, kind of a loser and, like, put it on their head because, I mean...
There's a knock on the door and Aiden shows up. Hey, guys, what you doing? I'm just here alone and have told nobody of this. No one knows. Nah, no Aiden.
No, we can't just be going around slapping these doors on people. Clearly gave us these because we need to get our minds straight before we help her fix the problems in the psychic realm. So we should really only be using these doors on ourselves.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Now that I'm thinking about it, we should definitely not put these on people's heads.
Make a deception roll.
That was easy.
Oh my god. Yeah, everybody believes him.
It's a plus 10.
It's so good. It's so good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely do not need suggestion.
Yeah.
Persuasion and deception are both plus 10s for you.
Yeah. We're going to be okay, guys.
Holy god. That's insane and amazing.
I have a +9 in deception.
I believe that. Yep.
That's awesome.
No, you have plus 10. You have plus 10 in sleight of hand and stealth. Jesus fucking Christ, you guys.
Yeah.
My
Dearly.
god. That's
That's
really
And now she's
scary.
got an invisible fucking hand, too.
Sexy.
Super scary. Dope. So, you guys are chatting and Ear Talk, you're kind of like coming to terms with a lot of new feelings right now, for sure. There's this whole collective dream that you guys just shared, which no one's mentioned that, but I think it's fair to say that it's pretty weird that you all dreamed with each other. And also that somehow you have these physical doors that you received in the dream that you just had. That's pretty fucking weird. Where'd they come from? Weird. Now, Ear Talk, you've also had mention of a description of what your internal psyche looks like, and that's kind of gonna shook any motherfucker. And then also it was described to you by Peneus, who did so pretty much without your consent. That's a lot going on. Elva just wakes up and is like, that bitch, and goes back to work talking about Kaylee. And she's just gonna work at the ski retreat today. As far as what we can do with the remaining 40 minutes of our session, I really don't know. I'm not really sure. I think that what's fair to say about what's happening now and what's coming up for you guys is that Ear Talk's mind, for whatever reason, is going to you're gonna want that to be the first one that you do. Ear Talk's mind is gonna be, maybe Kaylee tells you like, hey, Ear Talk, you're the one who's the most in touch with themselves. You pray daily. You're a very introspective person. And you probably have an okay idea as to like what's going to be happening inside of your own mind. Whereas these other people have never like taken a day to meditate ever. So it's probably going to be safest to go into your dungeon. Now, you all received some secret quests at a certain point, and that never really took super well. So we're just gonna, I think, bail on those. And I'm still gonna keep like the stuff. Yeah, there are certain pieces of it that I'll end up having to change, but essentially what you anyway, I think we're just gonna bail on those, unfortunately, because it just didn't mesh well with the story. And they were just like, do stuff that you'll probably do anyways, but without like a threshold attached to it. And then as far as the benefits or consequences of doing or not doing that stuff, I'm just going to apply that into the story organically. So forget about that stuff. What you do want to do during this time in the material world is essentially to make things easier through different means. You'll want to engage with things in the material world that impact what may be happening inside of your minds. So I can just tell you relatively explicitly the general concepts about this. Ear Talk, you know that there's a casino and a church in your mind. So I think the duality of gambling and your divinity, that is like your main thing broadly. Ganit, it's going to be your relationship to honesty with regards especially to your parents, and your like the way that you have taken on deception and hiding as a means of feeling safe in a lot of ways, or whatever it might be, feeling free. And then Peneus is all about your family. So as far as things that you can potentially do in the world right now, you'll want to just engage with those things and maybe investigate those different areas. The material world aspects of this, for a large part, will be pretty brief, I think, and mainly will be like in the dungeon.
Okay.
Whether or not you succeed in your material world quest is not going to necessarily mean that you can't succeed in your mind. It'll just make it harder. That type of stuff. So you guys are all 5th level right now. I think you could do Eartalk's dungeon now, like if you wanted to. If you guys wanted to do that, you could do it. But if there's other stuff you want to do in the material world for the time being, that's cool too. I know it's really amorphous and like vague, and it's because I haven't like super nailed down a lot of stuff, and I'm planning on doing a lot of it live. So, and I don't want to give too much away about your personal dungeons. So that's the situation that we're in. Yeah. So, let's see. Right now, I mean, does anybody have any ideas as to things that they want to do right now?
I think so. Gannett might like. Oop, where did that go? Like after having, right before this, we did the whole thing with the robots and everything, and her parents, and so she's trying to she's cognizant of okay, we're about to get into our brains and stuff, and start messing around with our baggage. So I think she might want to write a letter home.
Okay.
Interesting.
Any idea right now as to what the letter might say, or do you want to do that in your own spare time when you have more time to think about
that? No, I think the letter is something along the lines of I think I need to. Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay. Cool. Anyone else? Ear talk?
Yeah, Ear Talk wants to go to the Temple of Ioun.
Cool.
And he wants to sit down and really pray on how he can find some good odds on something to build up his purse a little bit.
Wow.
Really
Honestly,
thought that was going somewhere else.
I really was not expecting that, because I thought you were having a real come to Jesus moment, but it was no, I'm praying for the who's gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lord, I've strayed and made some bad bets. If you could really just give me a lock, I would love it.
Ear Talk needs a lock really bad.
Ear Talk needs a lock. Okay.
That's amazing.
Okay. Panay, is there anything that you can think of right now?
I was actually hoping, and I if this isn't possible, let me know. For Yuj. I was hoping to do some weapon alteration.
Whoa. Describe.
What I'm finding is that I would love it if my dagger were attached to a rope. Thoughts, DM.
Dagger attached to a rope.
Yeah, I just want to, just get a hole through the dagger. If it doesn't already have something like that, it might, and then just get a rope and just tie it so I could throw it and I could whip it back.
Okay. All right. Let me think about that.
Okay.
I think we will.
Did you see that new Predator movie?
No, is that in it?
A rope dart?
Yeah, pretty much.
A nice scorpion from fucking Mortal Kombat shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I want it to come out of my hand as well.
Okay. Like an Iron Man? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of your paw, by the way, out of your
Only
paw.
Scorpion out of my paw.
Okay. Yes, that can be arranged, for sure. So, let's get to Ear Talk's thing. So Ear Talk, you go into the Temple of Ioun, and you are. What is it that your mind goes to? Is I know that the desired result is a lock, but what is it that you're praying on? You descend into the temple. The sign says, "What holds us, we do not understand." and and you descend down, and then what is it that you're thinking about?
He's wondering if maybe there is I guess, I mean, in the current conditions there's probably no like big events going on. But or even if he could get a lead on maybe like finding some discount diamonds in particular.
Okay, so he's just trying to like ask a question about cheap goods, and instead of looking in like the local classifieds, he's like searching the catalogs of the Lord.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Ordering.
he wants a shortcut.
He wants to place an order for diamonds.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe they come in from like an illegitimate supplier,
Okay.
and if if his deity would accept them in a spell casting fashion, that's all he cares about.
Yeah, I read you. So you're not gonna find those. You're not gonna find an answer like that in the Temple of Ioun. It's not really how it works. There, it's the Temple of Ioun is not like a medium to contact your god. It's more of just a place to bring people together. So nothing really happens. You're not even necessarily pulled in any direction because it's like, who would resonate with this fucking obscure ass request? And like the direction you get pulled in the Temple of Ioun is based off of like resonance with other stuff. So you kind of just go down there, and there's not really an answer. But I will say that you may be able to perhaps, what's his name? Torval is the Bastard and Sons guy, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's maybe less asking for direction and just like thinking about some shortcuts.
Some shortcuts.
Meditating on like a deal or who I could do a job for that might have access to find spellcasting components. Those diamonds.
You know who would know about this would be Felicity Fontaine, because she's a pretty deep level cleric, so she would know about like where to find these types of components. Yeah, let's see. I would say that when you go to Felicity, she's not going to be willing to like sell you any diamonds or whatever. She's not going to have any on her that she can get rid of, and given the current like climate, the like circumstances, spellcasting components like the traveling merchants or the trade that would be involved with these types of goods is pretty shut down and sparse.
And if she had one, she'd probably be using it.
Yeah, they're pretty, especially diamonds, which are used in a lot of like not necromancy, but like revival spells. I feel like a lot of them use diamonds, and given that people in Tassatoria are fucking dying, she's not gonna let go of any of those.
Yeah, they're even more expensive right now.
They're probably super expensive, which is interesting because it says 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds, but it's like, is that depending on the price that you buy them at, or is that a specific number? Yeah, because 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds in this climate is probably 1,000 gold pieces. Your best bet to getting diamonds right now is going to be to steal them. I think they're going to be too expensive at the moment. You're either going to have to steal them or source them yourself in a cave, Or
This is the insight that Ear Talk was looking for.
okay, you got it.
Ear Talk feels so good that his god just told him to steal some diamonds.
His god definitely didn't say that. That's not what his god said. It's like,
Make a deception check.
nope, definitely not. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
I will
He
do
knew
the.
this reminds him he knows why Ilmater is his boy.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh man. Ah, yeah.
That's amazing.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yes. So yeah, you'll have to. I honestly don't know how hard diamonds are to come about in the world. I imagine they're not easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
feel like I don't know. I've never gotten this far in a campaign, but I've heard people talking about being like 12th level character with thousands of gold piece.
with thousands of gold pieces.
Yeah, or
Definitely.
like more
Yeah, we're
gold than
pretty
they
broke.
can spend.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
somebody at that level would presumably have diamonds. So
Probably.
I just
I don't.
need to find like a powerful person, industrious, powerful person.
Yeah.
And steal from them.
Yeah.
Currently.
Gonna be a heist.
Yeah, because you only have.
I have an
30
invisible
gold.
hand.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
I
we
mean-
do quite well with that.
I think
Yes.
we should start stealing if there's no workaround.
Yeah.
Testatories could quickly devolve into a
There is
crime-ridden
not
place.
any work. You can see in Felicity's office there's there's like she has her spellcasting components there.
Right. Yeah. I don't think Ear Talk's gonna shit where he eats though.
Yeah. Then in that case, I really don't know where else currently you'll be able to find diamonds. Probably like I don't think there's any mining down in Cornucopis. It's mostly agriculture, and you might need to go to the Rim or to a town in the plains north of you, or potentially get on a fucking boat and boat somewhere else
Interesting.
in the island entirely. But I don't think in your immediate vicinity, I think your only option for diamonds is Felicity.
All right. Ear Talk's next thought is there anybody in town in my usual gambling circuit who might have like a big bank on them who would be willing to give me some odds? Like I don't know if it's cards. I'm not sure exactly like what we've done before when we just kind of like set odds and then do it
Yeah.
out, but I'm looking to take a chance.
Okay. I think that Jelenith, she plays poker.
High roller.
And she's got the town's funds. She's not corrupt though. She wouldn't use the tax money for those purposes, but you may be able to talk her into some sort of a gambling game at night. Maybe Moki would join. Maybe, yeah. But Jelenith would probably throw down some cash.
Yeah, I think I'm looking for a card game with like a 50 gold piece buy-in
Yeah.
with 3 or 4 high rollers in town.
Cool. Would you guys be interested in playing cards as well?
I'm interested.
Again, would you want to play
Yeah.
cards as well?
Are we
Yeah.
watching him play, or we're playing with him in the game?
It's up to you.
Again, it doesn't have a lot of money, but yeah.
I've got a little bit, but not much. But I'm interested in taking some
The
risks.
only person who has money is Elva.
Yeah.
We could take out a loan.
You could
From
take out
Elva.
a loan. Yep.
She loaned me some.
You could take out a
In
loan.
advance.
Yeah,
an
exactly.
advance on my paycheck that may or may not be going away.
Yeah, what are you guys working with in terms of money? Ear Talk
I have-
has 74.
That's like 2/3 of my money.
Yep. Gannett has 59. And Pineas has exactly 50.
Is it perhaps I could offer an item?
No.
Okay, cool. Got
There's like a card game, sure. $10, 10 gold pieces per blackjack hand. It's blackjack.
Yeah, let's do blackjack.
Blackjack? All right.
So let me get this straight. We just finished going. We had this crazy dream. And the first thing we were doing after we have this crazy dream is we're gonna go gamble.
This is how Ear Talk deals with his demon.
Okay. I think we have, we know that we got to go into your brain first, so we're trying to get prepared. So, yeah, maybe again, it's like, okay,
Maybe
I'm
you
gonna
guys
go
should
off.
all come and gamble with me for a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna get to know you a little better. I'm down.
This is great.
Let's do it.
I feel like I know him pretty well. Maybe a little too well.
Yeah. You've been inside his brain.
Yeah, and as we're sitting at the table, Ear Talk kind of takes a seat, and there's a few empty seats, and Pines is about to sit next to Ear Talk, and he actually goes like a couple over, and he sits
Okay.
just a little bit of space. He's like, "Hey, man, just 6 feet,
Right.
Would Ear Talk passively notice this?
I don't think so. You're pretty hyped. If we're sitting down at the gambling table,
Yeah.
you have shown to
My
have a
focus is
one-track
on the
mind.
game.
Yes, you are.
Cool.
You are seeing the gold, the
Laser focus.
the coin purses on the table, and you're like, "Let's fucking go." All right, y'all. We are going to we're gonna play blackjack for a little while now. And I've worked out how to do blackjack, and it's just gonna be standard rules. Now, if you want to attempt to cheat, again, you are in Tasseltory. You're going to be playing against the dealer is going to be whoever that human dude was who was in love with his cards that you ruined, Ear Talk. And I forget what his name. Gary the Bear. It's Gary the Bear.
Erndl the dwarf or something.
That was the dwarf, but there was the human Type A games master was Gary the Bear, and he's
That's right. That was the first fucking thing you did in this campaign was gamble with Gary the Bear.
yes. So
I don't have my notes with me. My notes are packed up.
It's all good though. So you guys are all gonna sit down, and Jelenet's gonna be there. You're in Moki's. You're in the corner. Gerbil is there, smoking a big fat fucking stogie, stinking the place up. Y'all got your sippy cups. Pines, it's kind of tough for you to like hold and look at the cards. Well, no, it's blackjack. You don't have to hold the cards with your little paws. And
I'm
your,
just pawing.
and your
Still
lack
cutting
of
out a lot.
opposable thumbs.
I can't. How can I look at my card? Yeah.
You just claw them and hold them like on skewers.
I just ruined the deck.
It's like, okay. No, it's all face up. It's blackjack. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, so you can on each hand, I'll allow you guys to place any bet. Minimum bet is 5 gold pieces. And does everybody know how to play blackjack?
Is there a maximum bet?
No. Wait.
So the buy-in is 10 gold pieces, right? So that's
No,
what we got.
no.
It's whatever you want.
So
10 per hand.
So it's per hand. So the way that blackjack works is you're trying to get as close to 21 as possible without going over. The way we're going to play it, and the dealer, Gary the Bear, is also going to be playing the same game, but he has specific rules to when he hits and when he stays. The dealer will hit on anything that's less than 17 and will stay on anything that's 17 or greater unless it's a soft 17. So I'll get into what a soft 17 is, but the way that and you're trying to beat the dealer. The players will bet an amount on a hand and get dealt 2 cards. Face cards are worth 10, so that will be a 10, 11, or 12 on a D12. All count as 10, and everything else is its face value except for 1. 1 can be worth either 1 or 11, up to you. And so a soft 17 would be if someone had an 11 and a 6. That's a soft 17 because it could be 7 or 17. So that's called a soft 17. So he would hit on a soft 17. You can double down. You can split. Same as in blackjack. Doubling down means you double your bet and then you get 1 more card only. Splitting means if you roll a pair, you can split it and play 2 hands of blackjack. You'll have to place your bet on the other hand as well. And then that's how the game's going to go. If you beat the dealer, you get your bet back twice. If the dealer wins, he takes your bet. And if you tie the dealer, you draw, you get your bet back, and that's it. You're neutral. If you get a blackjack, meaning a 1 and a face card, to get 21 on your first 2 cards, then you are given like 3-2 payout. So you get your bet back plus 1.5 of your bet. And we'll round up. And that's the game.
It'd be great if there was a D13.
That would
I
be
think
great.
that
Yeah.
would be the odds
This is-
perfect.
There's no king, right?
Yeah, there's no king right now. But
Interesting.
yep. But that's the best we can do,
Okay.
and it's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to actual blackjack.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's pretty close.
Sure.
So I'm gonna ask for everybody to keep track of their own money while we do this, and just go honor system. So if you want to, just get a pen and paper or write it down or whatever. Every time you bet, you can give money, and then I'll tell you how much of that bet it is. But keep track of how much you bet and everything like that. And that's the game. I'm not going to run through the other players' hands. I'll just run through your hands because their hands do not impact you at all. And we'll play. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, great. So I'll start with everybody place your bets. So how much is everyone going to bet?
Should we type it in the chat?
Oh, sure.
Minimum is 5.
Minimum is 5. You're talking 25.
Yeah. Magic number, baby.
Oh my God. Pineus 10. Great. Not
Gold.
gold. Oh, I thought you changed it to 9. Excellent. So the dealer rolls and shows 19.
Oh, dealer only
Darn.
shows one of their cards.
Dealer shows only 1 card.
Yeah, one's face down.
And dealer goes last, I believe.
Oh. Dealer does not show 19.
Dealer shows 9.
So, Ear Talk, you go ahead and roll first. Just grab 2 D12. Oh, I rolled 2 D20s anyways, so don't worry about it. I fucked that up.
Cool.
I was
So,
gonna say that's rough. Rough start, guys.
Ear Talk, go ahead and roll 2 D12s. Do you remember how to roll 2?
Yeah, I'm on
Great.
my trackpad, so I don't know if I can do it.
Okay, you can just
Just
Roll.
roll 1 at a
Just
time.
do it twice.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
7 and 3. Ear Talk shows
Okay.
10. So do you guys want to just resolve each hand down the line, or everyone
We
shows
all
their?
go with our 2, then dealer goes.
Okay.
And then we start hitting or staying or
Great.
whatever.
All right, so Mganet, you're up next.
Okay.
Mganet rolls no, so that's a 10 and a 4 is 14. So Mganet, you have 14 right now. And then Pineus, go ahead. Pineus shows 13.
Well, 7
And
and 6.
the dealer is showing a 2. Dealer shows a 2. Ear Talk.
Your
You have-
talk's gonna hit.
Hit. You don't want to double down?
Oh, yes, I do. Thank
Oh
you.
shit!
Nice.
Your talk meant to say that.
Okay, great. Ear Talk with a 10 is going to double down, so you're now risking 50 gold pieces
Woo!
Yeah.
on this roll.
Should I do it in the chat?
Do what?
Do
Yeah.
another 25G.
Sure. Go ahead. And then roll a
Got it,
single
okay.
d12.
Always double down on a 10, right?
Always.
Ear Talk would know that.
He gets a 5.
Oh God, no.
Ear Talk
Uh-oh.
is showing 15. Gannett,
No.
you're up now. Would you like to hit or
Ear Talk hits again.
no?
I think
Double down is a single roll.
Oh.
Yep, you get one additional roll, one more
So I'm
card,
at 15.
and you're at 15, and you have to stay.
Yeah, not
And you have to
split.
stay there. Oh,
Mhm.
jeez.
I need a bust
Yep.
from the dealer.
I'm gonna hit.
Okay, Gannett showing 14 hits, so go ahead and roll a d12. A 10, Gannett busts, so Gannett, go ahead and take away 5 gold from yours. Pineus, you're showing 13.
I'm gonna hit.
Go ahead. 6 for 19.
I'm gonna stay.
Stay. Dealer reveals the second card being a 5 for a total of 7. Dealer rolls and makes 17. Payout
Let's go.
goes to Pineus only. I'm
Let's go,
sorry,
baby.
Ear Talk.
It's okay.
While this first round was happening, I think I cast Mage Hand,
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
and I would like
I'm gonna try to steal from
to
the
try
dealer.
to pickpocket the dealer.
The dealer.
On round 1?
All right. Now the dealer
Is
has
he the only? Well, there are other players here. Yeah.
there are other players here. They have their coin purses on the table because they're
Okay.
using
and
it
no
to
one's
bet.
got like a wallet in them.
Not at the blackjack table, but there are other patrons at the bar. I suppose.
Yeah. So while we're doing this, each round I'm gonna try to pickpocket a patron.
Okay. All right.
If you are caught, we're gonna get thrown out of here.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
It's gonna be a fucking 28.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Hot.
A 12. Okay. And this is against
Against-
perception.
Perception.
And it's early in the night, so I'm not going to give him disadvantage for drunkenness. All right. You, I mean, you're fucking caught. I don't even know how they go about. They just feel something tickling in their bum. Who is it? Who are you robbing?
The nearest patron behind.
No, say their fucking name.
You
Say their name. Pick someone. Pick someone from town in this blizzard shut-in town who's just trying to survive that you're gonna fucking pickpocket and
Unbelievable.
Cicero.
Cicero?
Wow.
Okay.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. So you attempt to pickpocket Cicero, you reach into his components and in his like very tactical and ergonomic fanny pack. He immediately notices something's awry and just grabs it and twists it over to the other side. He doesn't see anything specifically, but he's sort of looking around. And
Sees him again. Just
yeah. And
everyone.
doesn't see anything. So yeah, you do not succeed on the pickpocket, but you see him notice, and
Okay.
that's that. You're not able to get
Okay.
anything.
And I'm just gonna pretend to keep being busy with my game.
Great. So Ear Talk kindly remove 50 fucking gold from your small.
Yeah. Ear Talk.
Pineus add 10, and Gannett subtract 5. It's time for another hand, everybody.
I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna go 15 on this one.
Place your wagers in the chat. Ear talk deflated. That's 1/10 of what he previously meant. All right. Ear talk. Go ahead and get your cards.
Yes.
4 and 6 makes 10.
Another 10. Let's go.
Gannett, go ahead. An 8. Okay. And then Phineas, you're up. Very few face cards being shown today.
Yeah.
There's 17. Phineas, you have a
Okay.
17. Dealer
Let's
Dealer shows a 7. Dealer shows a 7. Ear talk.
Double down.
Double down, roll it. A 3, unfortunate. Oh my god, dude.
Dude.
I should have started with 5 and worked up to 20.
Oh, goodness.
Byron. I
Ear
mean, you
talk.
just prayed. It makes sense, yeah.
Ear talk rolls. You stay at 13. Gannett, you're up.
I'm gonna hit.
Yep. A 4. So Gannett, you're at 12 now.
12, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hit or stay.
Oh, hit.
Go ahead and roll again.
Oh, we do all at the same time.
Yep.
6.
A
So I'm at
6. So you're at 18.
18. I'm gonna stay.
All right. Gannett stays at 18. Phineas.
Oh wait, Peneus is at. Wait, what's Peneus at? 17.
17. You don't have to beat Phineas. You only have to beat the dealer who's showing a 7.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I'm good.
Yep.
I'm gonna stay.
You're gonna stay at 17.
Yep.
All right. So dealer reveals their other card. It's a 6. So they are at 13. Ear talk starts praying out loud.
Praying aggressively.
And the dealer draws a 5 for 18.
Fuck you, dude.
Wait, so we tied?
Did you tie?
I
Yeah.
lost. It's 18, right?
It's 18. Yep.
Yeah, I lost at 17.
I tied with the dealer.
So you get your money back, but nothing extra.
Okay.
Ear talk loses 10.
Yep. Updated.
We got time for one more hand, everybody.
One more hand.
Yep. You want to rob anyone else? Ear talk, you want to cheat? Anybody want to do anything funny?
I think I might. I'm gonna attempt something if this is the last hand.
Yeah. You? Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Not yet. I'm ready to go.
Oh my fucking god. All right, everyone place your bets.
Well, I'm gonna try to rob somebody else.
Oh, okay. Great.
Let's see who's here. The Solomon.
Solomon? You're going to steal his swords?
Yeah, I'm gonna steal his
Is
sword
Solomon
money.
here?
Solomon's here, apparently.
Shit.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's there.
He just would like to hide himself.
He's
Like,
drinking.
well,
Yeah, exactly. He's drinking a sippy sword.
Dang it! I am rolling.
a sippy sword.
Yep. Yeah, that's a bad roll.
These are so
How would
bad.
ear talk cheating work?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right, you succeed in stealing from Solomon. He does not have high wisdom. I don't think at all.
That's why I went for him.
Yeah, so that's a good theft target. Cool. So
What do you know? All the dumbest people in Tasseltori are here.
So you're gonna steal from his coin purse.
Yeah.
Cool. And where is he in relation to you?
I guess like we're off in a corner, so he's like milling about.
Okay. So, and how much are you stealing from him? Everything that he has, or some of what he has?
Yeah, everything that's in the coin purse.
Okay, you're gonna steal his whole coin purse.
I'll leave 1 coin.
Where? Wait, you're gonna steal the coins out of the purse and not the purse itself, just the coins?
That's so the legerdemain is you can take something out of a container that someone is wearing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So they won't know that their purse is gone. So I'm gonna leave the purse and I'm gonna leave like a couple coins in there. So it's like, okay.
All right. Okay, cool. 8 gold pieces magically float in plain view out of Solomon's coin purse behind him and travel directly towards you, Mganet, who has your little hand outstretched like this to like receive it, or like they float across the bar and are deposited into your coin purse. So go ahead and add 8 gold pieces to your purse. You look around totally casually. You yawn and look around, and fucking Moki is cleaning a glass and staring directly at you with just like a really fucking stern look on his face. And then just like puts the glass back and like turns around, but like he does this. He like turns around, but he like
You're cut out.
he just looks. He keeps eye contact for a little bit.
I look away back to the game. Business as usual.
Yeah.
Business as usual.
Careful around Moki.
Yeah.
All right, one last hand, everybody. Peneus is gambling 25 gold pieces.
Suspect.
All right, Ear Talk is going to pray
Okay.
for this hand.
Cool.
He's invoking his god. He says, Ilmater, I know this isn't what you had in mind for me. I truly think that you owe me this one.
Ilmater.
Divine entitlement.
The divine entitlement. Protector of those who are destitute. And what is Ear Talk right now, if not destitute? He is destitute. Ear Talk is destitute. All right.
And this is his closest he can come to cheating in this situation.
Yeah.
Because I think in blackjack you gotta have really quick hands to slip your card in while the dealer's sliding a card
Right.
across the board.
Right.
And I don't have sleight of hand.
What you could do, you don't have sleight of hand, but what you could do would be adjust your bet, which maybe is what Peneus is about to do. But like while the dealer's looking away, you've got your stack of gold pieces. You could like take some away or add some more. You know what I mean? Without them looking, and change your bet size. But yeah, I don't think you can change your cards.
I think my faith is a better gamble than my dexterity right now.
Okay, cool. Ilmater does not respond directly to you whatsoever.
I know that's what he wants me to think.
Yeah. 11 gold. That has to be everything you have, right? 11 gold. Okay, great. All right. Let's do Peneus's roll first. Peneus, your cards are dealt to you.
Okay. Oh wait, I missed it. Fuck.
Oh, that's too bad. It is a 19 or 9. Go ahead, Mganet. You're up next. Also a 19 or 9.
Go.
Ear Talk. Go ahead and roll your hand in the dice tower. Holy fucking shit. Okay. Ear Talk gets dealt 2 aces. you have you have a 2 or 12 and can split, but I don't know if you have 11 gold.
I don't think I can split.
You don't even have
Unless
11
somebody at
gold.
the table wants to help me out.
Oh my god.
I'll help you out. I'll help you split.
Awesome.
Wait, you get to see the dealer's hand first before you decide. Dealer shows a 3. Dealer shows a 3. So first up is actually going to be Pineas. You're currently showing soft 19.
I'm gonna stay at 19.
You're going to stay at 19. Gannett, you're also at
Also
soft.
staying.
Also staying. Ear Talk, dealer showing a 3. You currently have 2 aces. What would you like to do?
He looks over at Pineas and he holds up he holds up 10 fingers.
Pinez flips it over there. Takes a couple coins. Flips it.
All right, go ahead and take that away from your inventory there, Pineas. Confident that you're going to win. And Ear Talk, you place another 11 gold. It's 11.
Place 1 gold, and I take Pineas's 10 gold.
Oh, wait, you have one?
Got 1 gold piece remaining.
I've got maybe 1.
So
Okay.
in order to split, you have to pay the same amount. So you have to pay 11.
Yeah, so Pineas is giving me 10, right?
Yes. Yep. And you have the 11th?
Yeah. I
Okay,
have the
great.
original 11 that I bet plus the one that I'm betting now.
No. When you split, are you going to split?
Yeah.
You match your original bet. It's like a double down.
22.
Yeah. So Pineas is
Got
10
it. Okay.
and I won.
Got it. Okay, got you. Okay, great. So you go ahead and split. So roll your first card that's going to be added to this ace.
All right. Tower or chat?
You're going to go into the chat this time.
Ooh.
Showing 15, soft 15.
A definite hit
On one
on
hand.
that one.
Keep hitting.
You hit on the same one.
Same
first,
one.
right?
Yep. Soft 15 becomes a hard 15.
A hard 15.
Showing hard
Right,
15.
right.
Dealer shows 3. Is that the same one? Okay, 17. Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy shit, baby!
Ear Talk's happy about it. He's happy about it.
Staying at 17 on this one?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your other ace now.
Okay.
Ellie, you can go if you need to.
I'm okay for another minute or so.
Okay. Another soft 15, my dude.
Yeah. Maybe this religious gambling thing isn't working. For
Almost
Ear
seems like they don't like mix. Wonder if that'll be a theme later. I don't know. You got a soft 15 right now.
Yeah, I'm hitting
Yeah,
again.
you got to.
You gotta.
Soft 17.
God. 2 of them. Two 17s.
This
right?
one's
I have
soft.
to hit on this one. I'm hitting on this one.
What?
Oh, this one's still soft, right?
Wait. Yeah, what's the dealer showing again?
Dealer shows 3.
3. Dude.
Yeah, but it's still soft. And yeah, I mean, I've already got 117. I don't know.
I mean, if you stay, I don't know. Yeah.
I threw it out of the box. Too excited.
Oh, dude.
23, 22.
Showing. No, you're at
24.
14 now.
Oh, right.
Now you're
All right, yeah.
showing 14.
I'm hitting again.
Holy. Okay, back to
Get the fuck
17.
out. 217s. All right.
All right. I'm gonna hit.
Oh my God.
What?
Why?
What are you doing?
Sir, I
You're playing with
suggest
my money.
I like to live dangerously.
17s are boring.
Oh my
You get
God.
2 of them. If you win, you win twice.
Dealer shows a 3. It's up to you, man.
Yeah, okay.
You stay? Okay. All right.
Dang.
Dealer flips over his other card, which is a queen. Dealer is showing 13 right now.
That.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I know it's not. I know for a fact it's not what you're about to say it is.
Ilmater intervenes. Oops, rolled it. I rolled it out of the box originally. Oh, it's a 10, and dealer busts.
Oh my God.
Praise Ilmater.
Right.
Wow. Ilmater did not intervene, by the way. I don't know why. That was a DM intervention. I am your god now, boy.
I think it makes sense. When I'm 20th level, I can ask Ilmater for stuff, so it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. Being a 5th level and like
20th, yeah.
yeah, for sure. Totally.
Awesome.
Yep.
So,
So
he dealer busts?
dealer busts. Everybody wins. So everybody
Beer
get.
talk slides Phineas 12 gold.
Whoa!
Let's go.
Interest. Nice. All right.
Phineas
So
slides just one back, and he says, "Sorry for going into your head."
1 gold piece for that.
Yeah, just 1 gold piece for your trouble.
Okay.
All right, so you took 11 gold from me, right?
Yeah, I took 11. Then I was like, let's call it even.
Excellent.
Great.
See, we should play more often. We should play more often.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. Great. That's how we play blackjack.
Welcome to Ear Talks World.
Yeah. You guys are always, by the way, encouraged to gamble with Ear Talk on anything. Hey, I bet you I'm the one that's going to deal the killing blow on this bandit. Hey, I bet you I can fucking do a backflip over this pool of lava without burning myself. Like that type of stuff. Or like, hey, who can run the fastest? That type of stuff. And
I'll give you 5 gold pieces if you eat this dead mouse.
yeah, that's not like gambling. That's just like a weird form of prostitution. But yeah, that sure. He'd probably do it. He's pretty thirsty for the GPs. Cool, everybody. So that's it for today's session. Great job. I'm glad we went over all those rules. I'll describe them briefly to Elva, Haven, but she tends to just usually just kind of do stuff and then react anyways. So like I don't think
She would have forgotten everything we said today.
She's a great reader. Yeah, she always reads in detail.
She'll go over that document.
Read everything, avoid dying. Yeah, great. Next week we will see what happens. I'm not really sure, but Ear Talk, your dungeon will be first up, and you guys are free to enter into it really whenever you want. So
sweet.
Unless there's other stuff that you want to do, Ear Talk, you want to gamble some more, get some more money to go in there. Wait, Panais, did you tell Ear Talk what was in there? Oh, you did. Yeah, a casino and a church.
Briefly.
Casino
More or
and
less.
church.
Yeah. Cool.
And yeah, Ear Talk thinks he knows what's going down.
Dope. It's gonna be awesome. I'm very proud of what is to come. So
I'm
yeah,
excited. I'm really happy I didn't die today.
I'm really happy you didn't
Me
die too.
too.
I gave Peneus an out,
Yeah.
Appreciate
and
it.
he took
You can
it.
slip in and slip out.
Yeah. Just
Thanks for
poke your head
taking it.
in and then slide out.
Yeah.
You guys can all do that to each other's psyche, you know?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Poking in.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
poking in and seeing what the fuck. Yeah, but you can't get away.
Yeah, what's it look like in there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I gotta get going. I gotta go to work, guys. But
Yep.
good sesh.
See ya.
Hey guys, good
Great
sesh.
session,
See you
everybody.
next week.
See you guys.
Peace.